Whoa, 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 my gosh. Hello! Hi! How is it going? Oh my gosh, thank you for the subby, Barza. Holy heck. Also, I just realized I have to I have to relaunch the game because the audio stopped working. It's OBS on some nonsense. It's like, okay, whenever I like reopen OBS, I guess I have to reopen everything else or else the audio doesn't go through. Today we will lore. Oh, Sanka is on the banner. Did I have her? I think I wait, did I not have her? Oh yeah, I do. God, not me forgetting who I have. I haven't used the part 2 characters like a super whole lot. Not gonna lie, you're a bit sleepy. Oh, I also am feeling pretty sleepish myself. Average day. Honestly, I'm not sure it's actually possible to feel completely rested. Is that the thing? But yeah, I'm gonna get right into this. It's fine family meeting after family meeting for 6 days. Oof.
人々が目にする機会はないだろ
Hmm.
う。おぼろげに残ったものに、今朝の僕はまたしても浸水せざるを得ない。天井に日の影はなく、この奇
Be
跡の
having
光
this
景を照らす
mischievous little guy
星の明
again.
かりも見当たらず、鐘が鳴る。暗く、よどんだ音が正午の到来を残酷にも告げるのさ。そして、
I do love his
空に
voice
浮かぶ
though.
闇雲が冷たく無機質な世界を覆う。わからないのかい？まあいい。このポエムの趣旨は元より僕たちの物語とは無関係だからね。
Since you're introverted, tired. No, I totally get that. Honestly, like big family gatherings, especially if you have like a huge Heckin family, right? They can be pretty draining. It's kind of a lot, you know?
ここはやはり時間をもう少し巻き戻し、物語の
I've known
序
that
幕
feeling
から
from average Hispanic
語りと
family
しよう。
size, having like a million people. Oh, hi Chewy, Moriarty. Hello, Mr. Holmes. Oh my god, you would have absolutely zero context for what the hell is going on here. Welcome to stream. I'm happy to see you. How's it going, Chewy? How the bestie doing?
はあ、またいつもと変わらない一日だ。今日は
Shall we?
ああ、221日目か。
Oh god.
この狭苦しいカプセルの中で目を覚ましてからこんなに時間が経っていたんだね。
How much solitary confinement has Bro gone through, dear lord? Soup helped replenish iron, doing good. That's very good. Make sure you keep getting like some nice rest and stuff, okay? Don't strain yourself.
外は
You gotta take care of
相
yourself.
変わらず何の物音もしないな。どうやら僕の他にわけもわからない状況に叫びわめく不運な者はいないようだ。まあ、起きている方が意識を失っているより幸運だとは言いづらいが、何しろ無知は時に幸せだとも言われるからね。
I guess it depends what your circumstances are.
見てみたまえ。眠れる傀儡たちを。彼らは僕のように終わりなき刑罰に耐え続ける必要はない。
You'll be straining yourself by playing this game later in the week. I genuinely hope you find enjoyment in it. I mean, I'm gonna be there for sure. I'm very excited to hear like what your thoughts are on everything. It's listen. You know how very well how much I love this game. I have ranted to you constantly, just praising this game. Of course, I'm looking forward to actually being able to discuss stuff without spoiling you because I have so many brainworms in my head that wish to be released. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to you giving it a shot and stuff. I am very excited.
目を覚ました暁には、もしかしたら別の人物に体を乗っ取られ、自我の覚醒を迎えるチャンスを永遠に失うのかもしれない。 そう。あの哀れで憎たらしい男。
Oh, okay, I understand the context here now. I see. Thank you. You need the Council of Honkai Nerds to guide you because this game's story order is extremely beginner unfriendly. Oh no, you are absolutely correct about that. They need to do a better job of making it like more approachable for people. But thankfully, thankfully their people have compiled resources like Playo stands and all that does help out. But um, like I remember you said you wanted to go through the game chapters themselves through first without reading too much of like the extra mangas and stuff, because I always feel like that's a valid way of doing it because you can go back and read them later once you're already invested. But I definitely like especially the early story had a lot of stuff where they had context that was like in the external materials and stuff, because the game's budget back then was a lot hecking smaller, so they had a lot of those external materials to partially like make up, you know, to like flesh things out and all of that. Personally, I love the comics. I think I love reading comics in the first place, so I never really minded. But certainly there is a lot to go through. You like the eye tracking? Is that in PNG Tuber Plus? Oh yes. So the eye tracking here is essentially there is kind of like this PNG Tuber Plus version that is kind of remixed, and it has some extra little features like the eyes can be able to kind of follow around the mousey and stuff. And I modified my little model here to separate out the eyes so that it could actually move with that, and I think it adds a nice touch. I think it adds to that. And also the bows, I was able to add like some more physics to them. Like I think this feature is more meant to be like for like waving tails and stuff on the PNG tuber, but I used it for the bows and tried to tweak it until it looked right. So it's pretty cool. It allows for some pretty cool stuff. But yeah. It's good. Thank you.
司教様のバックアップボディがバグによって自我を得るなど誰が思いつくんだろうね。
God. Imagine waking up as a hacking backup body for someone. That seems pretty miserable. Also, Chewy, this is like so ridiculously far into the story that I'm sure you would probably end up forgetting this stuff, but don't worry if you want to back out at any point to avoid spoilers or stuff. I won't mind, or you could lurk. But but this is like really far in compared to, the literal start, so
店名のデータベースに保存された大半の資料を読み取れたとしても、この狭苦しいカプセルからは出られない。ただ、流れゆく時を数えるだけだ。何の目的もなく、無意味にね。
I'm gonna head out because spoilies. Yeah, I wanted to say hi. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I hope you have good recovery time, bestie. Thank you for stopping by. I'm always very happy to see you.
加えて、自分の意識が何の予兆もなく、あの男に乗っ取られるのを恐れて、いつまでもおどおどとして過ごさなければならない。
Have a good stream. Love you, bestie. Love you too. Bye bye.
とともに増していくんだ。
You know what? This is actually a pretty hecking horrifying situation, though. That's true. Like just the fact that he actually did manage to gain awareness, but knows very well it can just be snuffed out. That's pretty scary.
そして何よりも腹立たしいことに、あの男はこんな事態が起こることすら予測していた。ほら、ここに書いてあるだろ。 落ち着きたまえ、我が友よ。このリセットボタンを押せば、すべてうまくいくはずさ。
Wait, did bro literally like have a little button available on the inside of the pod so that like if someone gains consciousness, they can just press it to end their own existence? like just giving them an out point without actually giving them a chance at life because they're just stuck here like endlessly? Dude, I hate that.
それに、あの男になるなど、なおさらごめんだ。あんなバカバカしいボタンを押したり、なすすべなくここで降参したりするわけにはいかない。
Bro really said end the I really hope my stream didn't die. No, why does it do this every time, bruh? We're just gonna keep going and hopefully it'll be fine. Danny, why did you do this? I'll do the squat. Fine. 1, 2, 3. Thankfully, let's have recovered from last time. 4, 5, 6, or otherwise I'd be killing you. 7, 8, 9. Okay, thank you for the squats redeem. Still haven't forgotten the hecking million squats I had to do the other time, but hopefully the little limitation makes it so that I don't literally die.
ジェームズ・モリアーティ。こんな名前はどうだろう。
Wonder how he came up with that one.
失礼。どうも巻き戻しすぎたようだ。ロンドンでの物語はすでにエンドロールを迎えている。あの頃の功績も今は茶飲み話にしかならない。かのオットー・アポカリプスもわざわざ名探偵を出動させて僕を捕らえようとしていなければもはや存在すら忘れるところだったよ。
I feel like in a way the ultimate way to spite someone is to just legitimately forget them entirely. You know? You can't exactly be hurt by someone if you straight up don't remember they exist anymore. I don't know.
何はともあれ、幕を引いた演目をネチネチと語る必要はあるまい。何しろ今は盛大にして注目すべし喜劇が上映されているのだから。さあ、今度こそ芝居の第一幕へと遡ろう。はあ、またいつもと変わらない一日だ。いや、一日という表現はいささか正確ではないかもしれないね。何しろここでは昼夜の変化を目にしていない。
Is this the museum now?
このケースにも店名のデータベースほどに優れた時間記録装置はない。日時を測れない以上、紫の少女の習慣で計算するしかない。この展示ケースに閉じ込められてから21年目になるだろうか。もちろんこの年という概念が僕が知る計測単位と一致しているかは判断できない。幸か不幸か、彼女が毎年あの祭りとやらを行っていなければこれぐらいの情報すら確認できなかっただろう。ただ本当に運に恵まれているのであれば、このように牢獄に放り込まれ延々と続く滑稽に耐える必要などなかっただろうね。
Has the majority of this little dude's existence literally just been like stuck in various spaces? Because that's actually so miserable.
実に皮肉だ。あんなに努力した結果、まさか最初に戻っている。
There goes the bot.
探偵さんがあの装置を取り出した時に僕は全てを悟った。心底笑わずにはいられなかったよ。オットー・アポカリプスめ、僕を確実に廃棄処分できるよう自分にとっても致命的な武器を他人に渡すとは。あのイカレようは僕ですら引け目を感じるよ。 男を呪ってやる。あいつ
Mm,
はいつかその愚かな行いの数百倍もの代価を
about
支
that,
払う
it's
羽
a
目にな
little
るんだ。
late for that.
そして僕と同じ苦しみを味わっている時にその耳元でささやき嘲笑ってやるさ。
I mean, who knows how far into, like, compared to the present this memory is, but it's a little too late to take revenge now, buddy. Sorry to tell you that.
何よりあの最高女を呪わねば。壮絶なる幕引きを遂げ滅亡を迎えている僕の意識をデータに変えて展示ケースに入れたやつを。随分と凝った展示ケースではないか。天命の培養層と比べて勝るとも劣らない。意識のデータが自我を保持しつつ行動不可能になるようバランスよく閉じ込めることで永劫なる牢獄の出来上がりさ。ま、この檻のおかげと言うべきだろうか。長き時を得たことで周囲の声を聞き入れ自身の境遇を試作し真新しい思考の演目を練り上げることができたよ。
See, like, you know, being like just confined without being able to like do anything is objectively like a horrible torture that would just absolutely mess the heck out of your mind. I still feel like that's kind of better than complete non-existence, but it would be really, really bad. Like, that's probably one of the worst ways you could be living out. But non-existence still seems scarier to me. I don't know.
7人の代理人たち、
At least little
そ
bro
の親し
made
み
it
や
out
すさと誠
eventually.
実さ、そして無防備さに感謝しなければ。彼らの話し合いが町全体の情報を提供してくれたおかげで僕はこの状態でも周囲に関していろいろと知ることができた。たまに現れるイカレ女の方は行動パターンと濁した言葉から見る限り成虫を加えられた番犬に過ぎない。それぐらいは簡単に推測できる。
Interesting.
この判断を証明できるようなより詳細な情報は持っていない。しかし彼女の背後にいるのはこの奇怪な世界を生み出した黒幕である可能性が高い。
I'm so curious as to like what Saw's motivations even are.
ここに閉じ込められた僕は聞くこと、考えること、推測すること以外にな
You
す
haven't
術
really
では
seen
な
her
い。
yet.
でもそれが一体何になる？皮肉だがこのことだけは認めざるを得ない。永久の牢獄で僕は最も重要な美徳を得られたよ。
Patience?
つまり
Patience.
耐え忍ぶ力だ。辛抱強く待つさ。そして
Gotta have a
チ
heck
ャ
of a
ン
lot
ス
of
を見計らっ
patience.
てここに別れを告げ計画してきた犯罪を実行してみせよう。データの命も同様に世界のかけらであり規則の延長線に存在する。この装置から逃れ自由を手に入れれば我が華麗なる復讐劇は盛大に幕を上げるだろう。君たち
I don't blame him for being salty though.
演目に関する裏話はこん
Realistically.
なところさ。どうだい？幕間に語るエピソードにしては悪くないだろう。君がどんな表情を見せるのか待ち遠しいよ。さてさて、そろそろ
Alright,
こ
what
の
she
ジェ
got
ー
for
ムズ・
us?
モリアーティがお届けする。
Oh. What's this? Okay. Wait. Are these extra little quests? Huh? So like... Wait, it lets us do 4-2-4-2-4, but not 4-2-3? I am a little bit confused about this. I mean, I guess since it directed me here, I guess I could check out the arc thing, possibly? Sure, I'll see what this is about. Hopefully I'm going to the right order. I'm going to assume it wants me to do this first.
僕からのプレゼントは気に入ってくれたかね名探偵さん
One of my hands was petting the cat.
ポロスの住民たちがグレーシュ早めに終わらせましょう分かったフワお姉ちゃん
I was like, oh, not expecting gameplay. Have to scramble hand out from under the cat. Oh god, the leg! Oh no! Oop. Damn, it feels like my game is like laggier than before, low-key. Maybe Infinity Nookie has like cursed my PC. It's quite possible. Oop. Oh, okay. We good, we good. The girl's face was cold as steel and she aimed her weapon directly at Moriarty. It was the first time she had shown so much anger. Oh, she angry.
崩壊が何を意味するのかどうしてこんなことをするの画家さんこのことを忘れないでほしい崩壊そのものを最初にもたらしたのは箱舟という外来者つまり君たちさ言いがかりはやめてくださいあなたは何を得ようとしているのですかただの芝居さ我が友よそう単なる芝居
It's like every single second that he was spent just locked up, he has been accumulating like concentrated amounts of hatred. Just like stacking on top of each other.
この盛大なる演目は僕が導いているわけではない
Like, I can't really blame him for like wanting stuff to kind of like burn chaotically, you know? With a loaded smile, Moriarty glanced towards Fuha's side.
世界は変わらないというのに人々は偽りの中でループしているもともとこの大きなペテンに身を置いているからこそ入念に用意した演目の幕をこうも順調に上げられたのさ、この星のことを言ってるの確かにここは神の実験場だ
A testing ground?
その方が箱舟のデータを使って作り上げた仮想の楽園
Eh? Wait, is this whole planet actually virtual then?
通りでだから私たちの技術と文字を使っているんだね
Eh?
住民たちからも馴染みのある色を感じる
Is the planet as a whole just like fully simulated then? Phosphorus and Hesperus were little more than simulated gardens created by Saw, whose blueprints were informed by the data gathered from the Ark. Oh. Wait, but... Hold on. Hold on. If this place is virtual, and we have, like, the crashed remains of the Ark here, where is the Ark actually, then? Like, did Saw just heckin' pluck it while it was out in space or something? Now I'm curious. Oops, I skipped that line.
しかし、街中の命は確実な存在と言える。あらゆるものを無差別に排除する楽園の万人の機能と結びつけて考えると。
The lives of the residents are genuine. Oh dear.
おそらく 洪水の降臨は天才ではなく人為的なものだ。目的はポロスのあらゆる生命を粛清し、
Oh.
次のループを始めること。ループを始める条件。それを当てるのも難しくはない。
So are you just speeding things along so it happens sooner? Though there had been earlier inklings of this, Fuha couldn't conceal the depths of her sorrow when Moriarty finally put it into words.
町の代理人のルールによると、取り返しのつかないような危機に遭遇した時に、7人のビタが全員同意すれば、広場で、つまりここで、それには町の秩序と平和を取り戻す力があるんだ。僕もこの目で見たことはない。
So it just resets stuff, and that's how it restores peace. It just kind of wipes everyone out and tries again. Quell disasters, maintain peace, and sustain this paradise. The little Vitas had put all their faith in the artifact as the ultimate contingency to get them out of any sticky situation. However, their naivety meant that they had never once questioned the existence of Hesperus, or why none of them had ever had any memories of activating the artifact. This fabled and apparently almighty treasure, in fact, had never been capable of quelling any disaster. Rather, it was the disaster itself. That's messed up.
数万年を経てもやり遂げられなかったことなのに、文明の種がようやく芽吹いたのに、どうしてそんなにやすやすと壊そうとするの？種は種であって、それ以上でも以下でもない。
No more than just a seed. To Grisel's surprise, Vita responded to her murmur and gave her a look of indifference.
地球にいた時、栽培について学んだことはあるよね。
Oh god.
戦士って言葉はわかる？
That's kind of like what the whole theory of like what the Honkai was before kind of was, that they would prune leaves from the imaginary tree, so to speak, as like a trial. At least that was the ongoing theory.
虫害を受けた、もしくは成長が望ましくない枝は切り落とす必要がある。そうすることで木々は無事実りを得られるんだ。
But that's such a cold way of looking at it.
とある造物種にとって、その行いは枝を切り落とすことと変わりないのさ。ほら、名探偵さん。僕という存在がいなくても物語は軌道に乗って進み続ける。熱心な探偵さんは太陽系の外縁にある準惑星に投影として現れ、その異変が星に新たな災いをもたらした。災いが降臨するとき、常に争いが伴う。町の代理人たちの意見が割れ、お互いの立場と町の歴史の真実性すら疑い始めた。
They just don't know.
彼らが何をしようと災いを阻止することはできない。そしてなす術を失った代理人たちは生異物を起動させた。伝説の生異物は望んだ救済を施すどころか、町をさらなる深淵へと引きずり込んでゆく。洪水が天を覆い、それとともに降臨したのは楽園の番人という怪物。そして災いは消滅した。もちろんこの町のすべてと彼らの記憶も共に消えた。そうしてすべてが本来の軌道に乗って作動する。
So it was just
僕
speeding
は
it
その
up.
過程を促進させたに過ぎない。
As Moriarty pontificated, he gazed at Vita with a provocative
そ
smile.
うそう、一つ君には感謝すべきことがある。楽園の番人の監督役。ああ、本物の代理人。
But
こっちの呼び方の方が良かったかな。
But the way Vita kind of like referred to like for the certain creator, I guess refers to Sa. It kind of gives me the impression she doesn't agree with this, but she also just seems like really tired. Like, I guess too tired to really care at this point very much. Like, I wonder for how long she's just been watching this go down.
君が職務をおろそかにしてくれたおかげで僕はこうもやすやすと奴らの制御権を手にすることができた。
Ignoring her scornful sneer, Moriarty raised his head to look upward. High in the overcast sky, a massive shadow lurked between the clouds, sometimes distinct, at other times more elusive.
よろしい。責任感の強い代理人たちが生物を起動させたようだね。
Oh, that's not good.
もう後戻りはできない。
That's very not good.
の開幕を静かに待とうではないか。ああ、そういえばこのすべての黒幕。
Does she show up?
そいつは。
Oh? え? Oh, hello, little Vita. Wait, so has it been activated already or not? Because they all have to be there to do it. Aww. Oh. Oh, the way she just looks away.
街はどうなっていますか？焦らずゆっくり話してください。心配しないで。私たち。
The way the little Vitas just like have so much intrinsic trust in her.
信じてください。
As Harmonious Vita's gaze shifted between those around her, Vita and Moriarty, who appeared to be the more reliable of the bunch, remained indifferent to her words. With no time to hesitate, she nodded quickly. No, yep, it activated. It's so over.
みんなは武器を持たない普通の人間ですし、私たちじゃ長く持ちません。お願いです。絶対にみんなを助けてください。大丈夫です。すぐに手伝いに行きます。崩壊獣は脅威になりませんが、生物を起動させた今、洪水をどうにかするのは難しいと思います。町に洪水から身を守れる場所はありますか？生物？頼れるのは生物だけ。
No, girlie, that's the problem. Everyone was taken aback by these words. Even Vita looked astonished.
バイオレットさんたちは生物を使わなかったんですか？
Wait.
私、そうですよね。ルールに従ってすぐに生物を起動させるべきでした。
As she went on, she involuntarily clutched tightly to her clothing, her capacity for rational thought overtaken instead by an indescribable fear. Just a short while ago, she had a similar feeling when the flummoxed representatives mentioned the artifact. A feeling as if she was about to uncover a fragment of a terrifying memory. Oh, she senses the bad vibes. She does seem to kind of be the person that's like most kind of gut feeling connected, emotionally connected. Like I'm sure she probably has like I'm sure all of them have, like, the repressed memories of what happens, generally. Therefore, based on their mutual trust and a shared sense of apprehension, the Vitas chose not to activate the artifact immediately. Instead, they sent Harmonious Vita to Hesperus for help. But then things are still getting worse without it being activated, which is concerning. Despite occasional disputes and lingering doubts, those they once trusted and relied on the most are here.
私たちは間違ってたんでしょうか。生物を起動させるべきだったんですか。いいえ、バイオレットさんたちの選択は正しいと思います。生物はそんな単純なものではないかも。
A voice interrupted her, and Moriarty reached his hand out towards Harmonious Vita.
心配しないでおくれ、調和のビタ。約束を
What are
守
you
り、
planning?
君たちを助けよう。だが、以前話したように天才を解決し、ポロスの秩序を取り戻したければ。
Also, Moriarty, if all of this goes down, wouldn't you die in the flood too? Like, how did you plan to get out of this?
モリアーティ、あなた。君のビタ姉さんを説得しようとしたが、結果は僕の思うようにはならなかった。博物館の一員として目覚めてからずっと君たちを助けてきた僕と、
God, even now.
災害をもたらす人間と肩を並べ、常に君たちに隠し事をしてきた君はどちらを信頼したい？
Harmonious Vita hesitated, shifting her gaze to Vita. The latter only responded with a cold, distant expression. Big Vita isn't even trying to convince her.
ビタ、何か言わないの？やめておくよ。彼女たちは代理人として自分で決めなければならない。
I guess that's
相応の
fair.
代価を支払わなければならないんだ。
An oppressive silence fell over them and hung in the air. The sky darkened, and the faint footsteps of Honkai beasts could be heard from a distance. Harmonious Vita shivered as if awakening from a dream.
ビタ姉さん、ポロスを助けてくれますよね。そうかもしれない。
Perhaps. Oh, very convincing, girl.
もちろん助けるに決まってます。力と体を捨て、雨に身を寄せてでもポロスに駆けつけた彼女があなたたちを見捨てるわけがないで
That's
しょ。
a fair point.
雨。
あなたたちを傷つけたりはしませんし、見捨てることもありません。
Vita's expression was ambivalent.
そうだよ、長は。僕が君を傷つけるわけがない。さあ、
Ugh.
一緒に災害を解決して、この悲劇のループを終わらせよう。ビタ姉さん、そうですよね。ビタ姉さんが私たちを見捨てるわけないですよね。
If she's just watched this happen like over and over again, I wonder if she actually even thinks that they can do stuff about it. I don't know. Harmonious Vita's eyes brightened.
じゃあ、ビタ姉さん、それに皆さん、急いで出発しましょう。はあ、そうだね。善人の世界はこんなにも単純だった。相手の心にどんな陰謀があったとしても、善意を見せれば彼らの信頼を得られる。しかし、その善意に相反する行動を取れば、彼らはたちまち刃を
You always have something to say, don't you?
モリアーティ、あなたを信頼していないわけじゃありません。一緒に行きましょう。力を合わせれば、きっと災害を何とかできると思います。遠慮するよ、調和のビタ。なぜ、僕は本物の犯罪者だからね。
You admit it.
演目はすでにクライマックスを迎えている。そして君たちは、もう何も変えられない。
Oh. I guess he's dropping all pretense now.
モリアーティは
どさくさに紛れて逃げたようです。
彼はネズミだからね。早く逃げた方が身のためだろう。
Uh. Oh god. I still won't exactly get over Grisel using a lightsaber, honestly.
大変です。洪水が。
急いで戻りましょう。
You think the Star Wars movies exist in the Honkai-verse, and that's where Grisel got the weapon from? She just watched the movies and she's like, oh my god, I need that in my life. I feel like that's probably in character for her.
助けて。どうか言って。怖がらないで。私たちが何とかします。
Honestly, I may not have like really watched the movies, but I do feel like lightsabers are objectively a cool concept. They look cool, they're glowy, they make the satisfying swoosh swoosh sounds. The
バイオレットさん、やっと来てくれた。絶対に助けに来るって信じてたよ。
バイオレット、早くブルーとオレンジを助けてあげて。私たちを守って怪物に襲われそうになってるよ。
Sadly, IRL, you think being near one would cook the hell out of you? Hello, I'm happy that you are here. Hi. But would they actually just give up enough heat for that? It's hot enough to liquefy metals. Yeah, I guess so. Are they okay? What exactly were they again? Like, cause they don't seem like outright a laser per se, cause they can hit things solidly, right? Like contained plasma. Cause like they're able to like hit each other and like have sparks fly off and stuff. So I just wonder like what they're actually composed of per se. Cause you know, I don't know that lore. But if it is hot enough to just cook you by standing next to it, yeah, that doesn't seem like a very good weapon. That part doesn't have a physical explanation, you don't think?
はい、わかりました。ここは危険ですから、急いで広場に行ってください。インディゴたちが安全な場所まで案内してくれるはずです。
Unless like the magnets holding the plasma in bounce off other lightsabers or something? Maybe. The rescued residents stumbled as they left. Like how hot would something need to be to actually be able to like cut through metal and stuff? I wonder. I guess it depends what kind of metal though, right?
あそこです。
This seems like it'd be a lot. Assuming all metals are just steel, because that makes a huge difference. I mean, I guess the actual answer here would to be like, what have they canonically cut through before? But like, even just steel, how hot would you need it for literally like just steel even?
リタ姉さん、バイオレット、来てくれてありがとう。
Don't think they really elaborate on what materials are used to make stuff.
でも、
Yeah, I guess a lot of media doesn't exactly bother to with that.
私はフカ、こちらはグレーシュ。私たちはこの災害を解決するためにやってきた観光客です。
観光客。それがフカさんの職業
Ah, yes, occupation guest. What? Pequeño? Pequeño, what did you do? Pequeño just knocked like a hecking fork off the table, I guess. For steel, it depends on the alloy, but it's usually well over 1,300 Celsius. That seems incredibly painful. It's supposed to be a force-attuned crystal. Ah, yes, of course. That explains everything. But also, like, okay, if it can melt through steel at that temperature, I feel like it should just, like, straight up cut right through any person's body, like, instantly, right? So kind of a laser, but also not, but it's the force, and it's totally not magic. Oh god. You can tolerate standing next to forges and stuff IRL, but those are super insulated, and so it gets rather hot in workshops. I see. The familiarity of conversing with Orange and Cyan softened Fuha's
全然
expression.
変わっていませんね。
前に会ったことがあるの
Oh
かな
right, because they all lost their hecking memory. Damn it.
ごめん。僕たち記憶にちょっとした問題があるみたいで、住民たちの顔を全部覚えてないんだ。
I feel like the fact that they know that they don't recognize a lot of the residents should already give them, like, a lot of red flags there. Incredibly hot stuff on flesh behaves weirdly, but when superheated, it just kind of turns into a blanket of carbon, which it self-insulates. The water also in flesh can take a lot of energy before boiling. Ooh. Okay, so that does seem kind of weird. Would bones also end up turning into carbon? Like very solid carbon?
そうですね。少し前に私たちは仲間になりました。
Facing the thoroughly perplexed pair of Vitas, Fuha smiled and patted them both on the shoulder.
大丈夫です。目の前の災害を解決して、それからもう一度お互いを知りましょう。
Can you pat me, Fuha? Can you pat my head, please? As a comparison point, jumping into lava wouldn't just instantly disintegrate, it would float and cook like an egg on a stove, and lava can be multiple times the steel melting. Oh. That doesn't sound very pleasant, I have to say. Wait, so okay, so if you don't instantly disintegrate, how quickly does that actually kill you then? Oh god. How many people have actually died from lava, I wonder? The two stared at her in bewilderment, but soon the confusion in their eyes turned into an amiable verve.
そうだ、バイオレット。洪水の勢いを見ると、前にバイオレットが決めてた避難エリアはもうすぐ水没するかも。他に方法はないかな。どうして？あそこは町で一番高いところです。以前のポロスも洪水が頻発してましたが、何の問題もありませんでした。
以前のループの記憶。
So they do remember floods happening, at least. It's hard to say what ends up killing you, but my money is on the heat stroke.
さん、何か策はありませんか？
It takes a surprisingly long time to die of burning. What kills you there is actually blood loss from losing your skin, not the heat. Oh. But lava's way harder. But like, I feel like wouldn't the heat get to your brain and like cook it? You know? Also, oh my gosh, hi Argus. Context the stream. Nobody tell me what's going on. Wait, Argus, I forgot how far into the game are you? I forgot. Coloston? Oh yeah, you're definitely not at this point then. I'm glad to see you though. I hope things are going good. I am consuming story lore Fuha pretty girl. Yes. Love Fuha. Just want to see what's going on. I am... Yup. I see, I'm liking this part of the story a lot because, oh my god, Fuha content? Real? Awesome? Cool? Also, Nyagi and me discussing, you know... Okay, we kind of went from, like, Grisel using lightsaber to what is lightsaber even made of? How hot is it? To how quickly do you die in the lava? You know, fun things.
僕に策があったら以前のポロスもそんな簡単に壊されてループを迎えていなかったと思うよ。ループ
Also, me desperately trying to get context for Vita because of the whole HSR collab thing. I'm like, I don't... Because me trying to, like, read the story of the collab with, like, Vita and Sparkle just chilling, I was like, girl, I don't know anything about this character. So I'm like, I gotta just do part 1.5. I don't know anything about this girl. I gotta learn more about her. I have been learning more about her. She's very interesting. I haven't fully made up my mind on her yet, but she's definitely very interesting.
いい場所があるかもしれない。でも高いところじゃないの。
You're skipping the story of it to get to your HOE. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, listen, anything for HOE. Why did I say HOE? I completely misread that. HOH. The her share of human Elysia. Yes. But yes, she's always worth it. Actually, you know what? I should probably try to do that myself too, just to like get the sparkle outfit and the rewards too. Cause I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get there in time. I should. I can always just like reread the story later through like the videos and stuff, you know? So so if we assume a lightsaber can cut anything, the highest known mental point of hafnium carbon nitride from Google, it would have to be 4,100 C. Ouchie. Yeah, please don't stab anyone with that. That sounds like ultra pain. God. She pointed to the ground.
それって博物館ですか？
下に向かうなんてもっと危険なんじゃないの？あ、博物館。街は何回も違う姿になってきましたが、博物館の展示品は一度も壊れていません。
Is that space just treated differently?
そういうことだよ。でもルールに従うなら一般人には博物館に入る権限がありません。
I like how that implies that if they wanted to, they could just let people hide out in the museum and be safe. But like, no, we're not bothering to save people here. We're just gonna, you know, heck 'em. God, this whole thing is certainly something. Now temperature is one thing you can tolerate up to very high temperatures if the density of the gas is low, sort of like how opening an oven, the gas is many times hotter than boiling water, but doesn't harm you. Oh, yeah, that does make sense. Cause like, you know, touching steam is like not really a big deal, but like actually touching the water the steam's coming from, that's like very ouch. You know, that actually makes me think of you know, when I would go to hot springs, because I would always go to this one hot spring place back in Costa Rica, and essentially they're heated by like volcanoes. So there are volcanoes in Costa Rica, and there are some hot springs that essentially the water gets like very hot and it gets naturally heated. So like the higher up you would go in this place, the hotter the water would get. And by the time you went pretty up, the water was actually physically steaming, like aggressively steaming. And there were some people that would literally just like dip themselves into that and be fine, I guess. But like I would like touch the tips of my toes against it and it would be like, oh, that's torture right there. That hurts. I don't know how some people manage to bear that amount of heat. That doesn't seem very fun to me. Because, like, hot water is very relaxing. It's very nice to just soak in very hot water, but, like, at a certain point, it just hurts, man. Like, I don't know. You just restrained yourself from drinking a soda at midnight where you're at now. Your skin feels so bad you're tweaking. Oh, no. Is it actually bad to drink a soda at midnight, though? It's just sugar. It's not caffeine, right? Thicker skin. Probably your skin is thin and you can't tolerate hot stuff much. Soda tends to have caffeine? Oh. I guess you may be right about that. Caffeine in it, yeah. Oh, okay. In that case, definitely not a very good idea, no. You can always have it in the morning. Just drink waters. Water is delicious. Except Destiny water, no one likes that.
でもルールはポロスのために存在してるんであってみんなを縛るものじゃない。みんなの命より大事なものはないと思うよ。そうだね。ルール違反したらどうなるかはわからないけどこれはみんなで決めたこと。行きましょう。博物館に
Alright, well, we're gonna try it this
皆
time.
さんに知らせてきます。
These little creatures confuse you? You mean the little Vitas? The little Scrimbos? Is that what you mean? Why big Vita and many small Vitas? Trust me, I was hella confused at first too. Even I don't know the entire full Heckin context quite yet, but the little Vitas are precious. Clearly using Herta tech. Ah yes, of course. After separating for a brief period, the group gathered the rescued citizens in front of the museum.
人数の確認が終わったよ。みんな揃ってる。
ええ、急いで下に行きましょう。
As the Vitas were about to open the museum door, Fuha remembered something.
博物館に入るときはその鍵を使わなければならないんですか？
この鍵には特殊な権限があるから。一般人が博物館に入ることができない。
Well, I hope they're actually able to physically enter.
そういえば前回博物館に入った時に何の妨げもなかったのはビタさんたちにあらかじめ権限を起動させるようにとモリアーティが指示したからかもしれない。こんなにわかりやすい罠に気づかないとは。気になりすぎると判断力を失ってしまう。
Girl, it's okay. There's a lot that's been going on. You're in unfamiliar circumstances. It is very easy to lose track of things when you're like completely overwhelmed.
博物館は無事です。洪水が引くまでここで隠れてたらいいんですね。
気をつけて。
Oh, hello. Is she beating herself up over stuff that isn't her fault again? Yup.
みんな慌てないで。こっちに来て。
She do be like that sometimes. She is for real like way too hard on herself at times. It make me sad. I want to just hug her.
弱点発見。来て、強行よ。輝け。
I will always love how stupidly dramatic just like cutting up a meteor is. Wee.
ここに見落とした楽園の番人がいるとは思わなかったよ。
ここに入ってきた一般人の数が多すぎたせいか、無差別攻撃モードに入っていましたね。
Yeah, not so safe now. Also, it's... Oh no, I saw my PNG freaked out. Oh dear. Bro built her own adoption center because she felt bad about orphaning a bunch of kids. That is... Yeah. Oh gosh, I remember that. I still need to read the Tekken 7 Swords VN. Although I'm not sure how good the translations are currently. But I definitely have to look into it. But I do plan on reading the Durandal VN first, because I think that one is completed and probably would help me have more context on a lot of other stuff throughout. I forget what arc it was. Was it also during Coast and that there was also like a lot of Durandal stuff? Probably. I feel like probably, because I remember there were certain chapters in the game where they started featuring like more Durandal stuff, and I was very confused because I did not have context from the VN as to what was really going on there. So definitely I need to look into that. Yes, I see, yeah. That so damn good. Listen, from her character in the game, I do like her a lot. I think she's very cool. And I always felt like she had a very kind of interesting contrast with the other cast members in terms of, you know, her loyalty to Jigsaw and just the way like she would often follow quote unquote what like her duty was. But it's like a lot of the time she very much wasn't on the right side, but you could kind of tell like why she would do stuff. Like she still has the heart and everything. Rita is the one that kind of sometimes feels a little more morally iffy at times because Rita seems to have some less reservations about things. You like her way more because of the VN. She was just one of the few characters. She was one of the few characters that you just didn't take to. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it would really help me like properly get to know her a lot better and actually understand where she's coming from. Cause just like it is plainly a fact that she went through a lot of like deception in her childhood from what I can tell. So yeah.
見落としたわけじゃないよ。楽園の番人を完全に消滅させることはできない。ただ、とにかく災害を解決しない限り、番人をすべて倒したとしても絶え間なく現れ続けるよ。
They'll just respawn endlessly. Okay. That's not good.
また何かを隠してるの。重要じゃない細かいことだよ。
Girl, now is not the time to be hiding stuff, please.
数日かけてその誕生の一部始終を全部話すこともできるけど、今はそんな余裕なんてないよね。あなた、まあいいよ。不破お姉ちゃん、確認したよ。博物館の安全扉はどれも箱舟と同じ防爆性能を持ってる。だから怪物の残骸を全部扉の外へと片付ければ、室内が襲撃を受けることもないと。
手分けして行動しましょう。
ほら、細かいところを少し省略しても、みんなはちゃんと正確な結論を出せている。少し静かにしてて。
God, I love how Griso is actually just straight up getting fed up. She's real. I think she's not really vibing with Vita very well right now. Griso Vita divorce arc. Very true. Like, see, the thing is, I've heard they have, like, history and stuff, and I know people joke about, like, hacking, like, Vita paying child support and stuff. But I don't know the full context there at all. So I'm curious to find out where those jokes come from exactly. Oh, I just realized I was pressing one of the wrong buttons, and that's why I was struggling. Whoop. Wait, oh, there is alarm. Wait, where is that? Oh god, hold on. My phone alarm started going off. Sorry about that. Let me see. Deadbeat Dad Vita. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of seems like the type.
全部片付けた。安全扉を閉めましょう。グレッシュは隣の部屋に行ったみたい。オレンジさんたちだ。
Like, for one, Vita doesn't really seem to stop by and check on the kids very often here. Like, not as often as I feel like the one would expect. Like, it from the sounds of things, it seemed like she kind of just visits like a few times a year or something. Which, you know, that's not really a lot. But I guess it adds up to being a lot since they're all kind of like living in weird, hecking long time lifespan. So I don't heckin' know. Rosa Peach, free spirit.
俺たちの新しい秘密基地か
A
悪くないな。
A free spirit is truly like the most graceful way you can describe a neglectful parent.
親分はまだ戻らないのか？いつになったら新しい任務をくれるんだ？でも、本草姉さん、幹部様がここにいるし、その指示に従いましょう。私いつからも、ここで待機するようにって親分から伝言を預かったの。大事な潜入任務だから勝手に持ち場を離れず。そうそう、親分が言ってたの。
Sorry, that like was too funny. Hold on.
私いつからも、
あなたたち、一体何をしているのです？
あ、親分の姉貴。ここに来るように親分に言われたのか？
Suha was momentarily dazed. The Vitas kept winking at her, their expressions a blend of anxiousness and pleading.
ええ、その通りです。それから伝言を預かっています。代理人たちの話をよく聞いて。
Ah yes, role-playing
基
with
地で待
the
機するようにと。
with the young ones so they cooperate better.
やっぱり
Cooperate,
親分が俺たちを見捨て
rather.
るわけがないって思ってたんだ。それなら休む場所を探して、親分から次の指示があるまで待機場所を探そう。
Finally, after reassuring the younger members, Yellow let out a sigh of relief.
危なかった。ボロを出すところだった。
Oop, gotta go on the chun, read before bed, enjoy your spoilerific stream. Oh, thank you, thank you. I hope you have a nice time reading. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate very much. And honestly, I feel like you probably didn't get spoiled very much here at the very least. A lot of the big reveals and stuff haven't really been mentioned during your little stay here, so you know, there's that at least. Oh, bless you. But yeah, have a good night. Hope you rest well. Oh boy.
住民たちをなだめているんですか？
深さん。
Ooh. You have no idea what's going on and will probably forget by the time you roll around to playing this in like 6 years. Yeah, exactly. Isn't it great when like your memory protects you by being bad? That's like happened to me sometimes.
怪物と洪水に襲われてみんな不安なの。その心をできるだけ落ち着かせたくて。でも
Your eyes grew dim.
いろんなことを忘れたせいで、今の私たちにとって彼らはよく知らない人みたいなの。
Yeah, that part's sad.
みんながこのことに気づいたらきっと悲しいと思う。これ以上不安にさせないために何もなかったふりをするしかなかった。でもそうするためにはみんなのことをよく知ってるふりをしなくちゃいけない。
Oh god.
嘘ついた嘘は記憶の中にあるものよりもずっと多いの。
Ugh. Sorry, had to check something. No, but this is like hell to go through. Like, no, telling that many lies where you have to like pretend you know people, like, no, that's going to fall apart. There is no hope here. That is not gonna last.
心配する必要はありませんよ。それは善意の嘘ですから、誰も傷つきません。
深さんの言う通りだと思う。さっきはちゃんと連携できてたでしょ。
Desperately trying to act casual.
あれは彼ら
らはまだ子供だから街にどんな災害が起きてるか分かってない。全部ただのゲームだって思ってもらえるなら、ちょっと違うかな。
See, I feel like kids are smarter than you give them credit for. I don't know if they'll buy that it's completely a game. I mean, they're literally seeing their home get destroyed, you know?
とにかく今のが最後の嘘なの。もう二度と嘘はつきたくない。
And that's a lie.
もう今はわがままを言ってる場合じゃないのに。
Meeting Fuha's concerned gaze, Orange smiled reassuringly.
心配しないで。イエローがみんなを放っておくわけないから。ほら。
Just a short distance away, a few residents stopped Vericious Vita to ask her about something. In response, she patiently answered their questions like an old acquaintance.
でもこのまま
Oh
だと
dear.
ボロが出ちゃうね。フカさん、私もヘルプをしに行くから。
ええ、また。
Fuha watched as the Vitas walked away. Even when they've suffered multiple setbacks and are feeling at a loss themselves, they're still protecting the city in whatever way they can.
守るか。
Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Barsa. Gulp. I have shipped the water.
彼女が私を呼んでいる。
少しお邪魔するね。ビタ姉さんたちのお友達のお姉さん。さっき雲舎姉さんと本草姉さんの
Oh no, they
少
noticed.
しおかしかったから。怪我？
心配しないで。彼女たちは大丈夫です。少し疲れているだけで
That's
す
an
から。
understatement.
それならいいんだけど、みんなは私たちを連れて恐ろしい災害から逃げたばかりだから。私たちは大丈夫だから無理しないでって代わりに伝えてくれない？
See, this is kind of like an example of my point. A lot of the times, kids will have a better idea of what's going on than you give them credit for.
災害ってあれは。
お姉さん、もういいよ。私はフレットとピートほどバカじゃないもん。さっきの怪物と洪水がお祭りの特別賞だなんて思わない。それにお姉さんたちの演技下手くそだったわよ。でも雲舎姉さんと本草姉さんの気持ちは分かってるから、これでお姉さんたちの心配を減らせるのなら、
Aw.
バカ二人に付き合ってとぼけ続けるわ。だってお兄さんとお姉さんたちはすぐに災害をなくしてくれるでしょ。
ええ。
Even though the little Vitas did not know the residents of Phosphorus anymore, the residents could tell that they'd come with good intentions. There is a mutual trust between both sides.
そうだ、お姉さん、これは和光兄さんに返してもらえる？
これはフィルム？
尖閣兄さんが言ってたの。
Oh
フォ
yeah.
ロスに何か予想外のことが起こったら、和光兄さんはカメラと写真を大事にしてるから。
Fuha examined a small roll of film in her hand.
これはインディゴさんがこのフィルムを交換したのはすでに今の状況を予想してたから。
Fuha clenched her hand around the roll of film. It felt weighty.
はい、
Evidence?
任せてください。
Blue and Green stared at the clock in the display case for a while, lost in thought. Sensing Fuha's approach, Blue turned around and nodded in greeting.
こんにちは、フカ。バイオレットが禁足地の前であったことを教えてくれた。君たちを疑い、邪魔をしてすまない。
It's just
気にしないでください。
it's just kind of awkward, like
皆さん
them
は真実を使って嘘をつく人間ですから。
Fuha still knowing them, but them no longer really knowing her, like ugh.
彼に惑わされやすいと言えます。
But at least they all seem kind of like aware now that there's stuff going on, and they're not like outright rejecting her like before.
そうだね。僕たちはループする時間の中にいる。それまで僕たちは少し疑っただけだったけど、つまり以前の僕たちにとって彼は正義の味方というだけではなく、
前からそのことを疑っていたんですか？
僕は研究員だからね。
Oh.
記憶を持っているループの中で僕は研究員だったってことだよ。あの頃の僕は、というよりこのポロス全体は、しかし探索すればするほど謎は多くなる。そういえばこの壊れた時計も博物館に置くようにってビタ姉さんに頼まれたものだ。ねえ自立、この時計が分解され組み立て直されたとしたら、それは元の時計と同じだと思う？インディゴにとってそれは想像しにくいんじゃないかな。何しろインディゴは僕よりもずっと賢い。
I really feel like the answer is it depends. Which, you know, that's kind of the easy answer to say, but I don't know. Sometimes it just depends.
でも科学研究は味気ない仕事だから、当時の君はポロスの歴史を記録する仕事を選んだ。
Like, okay, if I were to consider this question a little more closely, like if the clock is disassembled and reassembled, would it still be the same clock? I feel like the reason context kind of depends there is, with a clock that's just like an inanimate object, if you are disassembling it, you're not really interrupting any kind of flow of consciousness per se. You're not really getting rid of memories per se. You are just kind of taking the same material then putting it back together. Now, if you were to disassemble a person, that definitely seems like it would interrupt the flow of consciousness. And so even if you were to rearrange them all exactly in the same way, I feel like that interruption in of itself is kind of death for them. Because then you're just kind of recreating the person that remembers everything the other person did is exactly like them, but if that flow was interrupted and then, like, I don't know, would that actually be the same person anymore? Because it feels like they would have just died. That feels like death to me. That's kind of like why, the concept of, like, teleporting versus warping, the concept of if you teleport, you are just disassembled and then reassembled somewhere else, and that counts as dying. Versus warping, where you kind of like continuously go through something to reemerge somewhere else. Like, I don't know. So I guess in this instance, the clock would be the same clock to me. But if something is in any way damaged or interrupted in a sense that would impact it to where it could count as death, then it wouldn't be the same. It's weird. I don't know.
いや、実は少し前に僕の脳裏に似たような場面がよぎったんだ。もしかしたら僕たちはもうすぐ全部を思い出せるかもしれない。すまないフカ。やはり君やグレーシュのことを何も覚えていないんだ。
大丈夫です。私たちが仲間だったことを信じてくれるな
I
ら、
wonder if there's any way to
そ
restore
れで
it.
十分です。
Memories, I mean.
ありがとう。
The girl nodded with a hint of shyness.
でもこれの他にもう一つ思い出したんだ。確かより多くの真理を探索するために僕たちは鉱石採掘の技術を研究し続けていた。あの頃ポロスの土地はどんどん耕作しにくくなって川も汚染されてドロドロに濁っていた。
That seems like an especially pretty bad issue when it's a planet that seems as contained as this one, in terms of the actual size of it.
ある日僕たちは生異物を起動させると決めた。その後洪水が訪れ僕たちが作ったすべてを壊した。その後のことはよく覚えていない。
Oh dear.
君はどうかな、インディゴ。君の記憶の中の世界はどう
Wait, so do all of the Vitas remember different cycles then? Are they all like super mismatched with each other?
リツの記憶とかなり似ている。でも僕が覚えている世界の技術レベルは もう少し低かったかも
That's
しれない
really interesting.
ポルス金属工場の加熱設備の漏れが火事を起こして町の半分まで燃え広がったんだ。重傷を負った住民たちを救うために洪水が火災を経験した廃墟を壊し町中の生存者たちを飲み込んだ。
Wait, that one actually
あちこ
sucks
ちから
more.
助けを呼ぶ悲鳴が聞こえて
From everything being actively on fire to everything drowning. That sucks even more. Oh god.
僕たちの記憶は洪水が降臨した時に止まっている。それがループの印なんだろうか。
Fuha didn't answer.
わかった。じゃあ今回は
心配しないでください。今回は生異物を起動させていませんから。
But I wonder why the
きっと違
rain
う
still
結末を
started.
迎えられると思います。それに私が暮らしていた場所はかつて様々な災害に見舞われました。ハリケーン、烈焰、黒寒。そのせいで多くの命が失われました。ですが私たちの文明の歩みは止まりませんでした。たとえ崩壊がもたらす終焉でもすべての人たちの未来を奪う力を持っていませんでした。
Yeah, we all kept going.
そんな歴史があったからこそ私はこう信じています。たとえちっぽけな抗いでも少しずつ積み重ねたら真新しい世界を作る力になると。それに私とグレーシュはここにいる。つまり未来はすでにこっそりと変わっている。
Luz stared at Fuha in astonishment. For the first time, the typically composed and thoughtful boy exhibited an expression that actually matched his childish appearance, one of bewilderment.
本当に
もちろんです。約束します。私たちがいる限り必ず皆さんの家を洪水から守ります。
It's bold words, but you gotta be bold in the face of disaster. Optimistic man.
尖閣たちが緊急用の食料と水を配ってくれたよ。これで博物館に数日いても大丈夫そうだ。さすが代理人、頼もしいね。
Oh, they got a lot of faith. Hello, Harmonious Vita. I like you because you're purple. And also sensitive. Ah! Hi, Amber. Thank you for the redeem. Okay, squats time. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the redeem. I am happy to see you here. Hope you're having a good day, Ambi. Ugh. Ugh. I just slide back on my chair.
バイオレットさん、何を見ているんですか？
この展示品はビタ姉さんが私たちのためにわざわざ持って帰ってきた
The
んです。
little jack-o'-lantern thingy.
あの頃代理人になったばかりの私たちは毎日忙しくてビタ姉さんと一緒にいる時だけリラックスできました。でもビタ姉さんはいろんな場所に行かないとダメだったから一緒にいられる時間
Like an
は
absentee
そんなにあ
parent
りま
for
せんで
real.
した。私たちが寂しがるんじゃないかって心配してビタ姉さんはいつも面白いものをくれるんです。花じゃない可能性もあるかもしれません。
Girl, that does not look like a
冗談が好
flower.
きですから。
想像できます。
他にも嘘を見分ける花や愛情の深さを識別できる花があるってビタ姉さんが教えてくれました。ビタ姉さんに断られました。姉さん曰く本能に支配されている植物が人間性や感情を理解できるはずないでしょ。本気で信じないで。
The silliness.
僕たちはルールを決められているプログラムや保温ケースの中の植物じゃない。自分で見て考えて人生の意味を理解してやっと自由を手に入れられるんだ。
But you don't have true freedom at all, do you,
今でも
Vita?
その言葉の意味がよくわかりません。私たち
Honestly, no one here
もともと自由
heckin'
じゃないん
seems
ですか？
free at all.
ふかさん、教えてください。ビタ姉さんは何を伝えようとしたんですか？
Looking at the plant, Fuha saw what seemed to be a devilish grin, one rather reminiscent of the one Vita had always had plastered across her face. However, the Vita she had encountered was quite different from this girl's description.
ふかさん、なんとなく感じるんです。ビタ姉さんはどこ
Oh,
か間違
I'm
うん
sure
ですよ
y'all
ね。
didn't.
私たちが何かを間違えてビタ姉さんをがっかりさせたからでしょうか？
No, it would be her circumstances that shamed
私
her.
が覚えてるループでは、最初にビタ姉さんがいつも優しく私たちを呼び起こしてくれるんです。名前をつけてくれて、私たちが誰かを教えてくれて。でも彼女がループのことを知ってたなら、どうして私たちに教えてくれなかったんですか？
彼女はすみません。私にも
Maybe
よくわかり
trying
ま
to
せん。
protect the innocents?
傷つきたくないのかもしれませんし、別の意図があったのかもしれません。実を言うと、私も彼女のごく一部しか知りませんし、何を考えているのかもわかりません。
The way Fuha kind of describes it right here, it's kind of how I also feel. I also don't really fully understand her quite yet. But I've tried to learn. Like, I don't know, Vita's fucking complicated. He's certainly a character.
強烈な予感がするんです。ビタ姉さんはすごく大きなことをするって。それはすごく難しくて、私たちが想像できないくらい困難なことでもあるんです。私たちにも教えてくれたらいいのに、力になれないかもしれないけど、もうこれ以上何も知らないまま騙されて、ビタ姉さんの邪魔をしたくないんです。だって私たちは。
She hesitated and used a word that felt somewhat unfamiliar to her. Family?
家族ですから。
Yeah. Fuha remained silent. She could utter encouraging promises of how they could overcome whatever lay ahead, but she found it difficult to make such statements with any real conviction.
リタさん、あなたはこの子たちのことをどう思っているんでしょうか？
That's the question, isn't it? It's so strange. They all clearly very much care so much about Vita. But Vita still seems to have a certain distance to them always.
元気に返事をしなかったし、この災害にかなりショックを受けてるみたいね。
I wonder.
僕は大丈夫だよ、ブルー。君はオレンジお姉ちゃんたちを助けてあげて。それよりみんながさっき物置部屋で見つけた箱。
What?
機会があったらビタお姉ちゃんにも教えよう。
そうだね、レッド。でも今は君と一緒にいたい。話したいことがあったら何でも僕に話して。
さすがブルーだね。昔と同じようにみんなのことをよく見てるんだ。
Oh
そうだ
god.
ったんだね。ごめん。昔のことはよく覚えてなくて。
ワコウくん、レッドさん、ここにいたんですね。
フカさん。
Erudite Vita greeted Fuha casually. Although not long ago, she had been an entirely new face to him. He never felt nervous or awkward talking to her. It was as if they had known each other for a long time.
フカさん。
Well, you did know for each other for longer than you think.
ええ、これを返しに来ました。
Fuha handed him the roll of film along with the camera which had been broken earlier.
すみません。カメラはあまりにもひどく壊れていて、修復できないとグレーシュに言われました。洪水の件が解決した後、お詫びとしてグレーシュに新しいカメラを作ってもらいますね。
Very optimistic, gotta appreciate it.
覚えていないかもしれませんが、これはワコウ君がずっと持ち歩いていたカメラです。 モリアーティと対決した時に私に手がかりを残すために。
Cyan stared at the item in his hand. Although he was positive he had never laid hands on this camera before, he nonetheless felt an inexplicably strong connection to it. While still in the daze, his hand instinctively opened the disposable film roll. He had no recollection of any of the events portrayed on the film negative. One of the photos showed him, Orange, Red, and Fuha bunched close together, each of them beaming with happiness. It was a photo taken before they had entered the Forbidden Ground. Final souvenir left by mindful Vita to help awaken their memories. The Vita stared at this photo in astonishment.
僕たちこんな写真を撮ってたんだね。ごめん、全然覚えてないんだ。
Aww.
大丈夫です。記憶がなくなったとしても、それが構築した感情は消えません。
道理で深さに会うと親しみを感じるんだね。
It's nice that they at least retain some of the feelings.
疑心。
レッドさん、どうしたんですか？住民たちを助けた時に怪我でもしたんですか？
僕は大丈夫だよ、フカ。君こそあんなに多くの怪物と戦って疲れたよね。早く休んで。僕は一人で大丈夫だから。
Well, you don't sound okay.
さっきみんなに緊急用の食料を配った時、疑心がまた言い間違いをしてしまって。
もういいよ、ブルー。僕は大丈夫だから。一人でいさせて。
それは町のみんなを忘れているからですか？
Well, Red always seemed to be the one that was, like, especially outgoing with, like, everyone, right? At least that was the impression I got. So it makes sense that not being able to remember everyone would rub her, like, especially badly.
フカ、どうして君は僕を怒らないの？僕がモリアーティのことを軽率に信じちゃったせいでトラブルになったのに。
それはあなたのせいではありません。あの時のあなたは記憶を失ったばかりでしたから。
You know, you can't expect to make the perfect decisions with that in mind.
まさか、覚えてないって言っただけで全部の間違いが許されるの？
I mean, kind of, yeah.
どうしてこんな風になっちゃったんだろう、僕は。ポロスを守るって誓ったのに。みんなの名前や癖をちゃんと覚えてるのに。ずっと一緒にいたのに。でも、何かが違う。
Red clenched her teeth, trying not to show any weakness. Her hands trembled as if she was trying to hold on to something that no longer existed.
僕のせいだ。僕がもっと強くて、もっと賢かったら。
It's not your fault.
記憶を失うことも、ポロスがこんな風になることもなかったかもしれない。
Listen, literally all of the Vitos lost their memory. You can't just you can't just blame yourself like that. It's the hecking.
でも今、みんなにとって一番必要なのは僕なのに、ここに隠れることしかできなかった。
They've never been given the full knowledge to like really know what to
彼ら
do.
の目に浮かぶ驚きや知らない感情を見るのが怖い。そして僕が過ちを繰り返して、もう一度みんなを傷つけてしまうのが怖いんだ。僕は彼らの知ってる疑心じゃないし、その期待を背負うこともできない。
That doesn't mean
疑心。
that doesn't mean you can't get to know each other all over again.
そんなことはありません。
Aw.
あなたはあなたです。
Oh my god, she's so sweet.
レッドさん、何かしたいことはありますか？
僕？もちろんポロスを守ることだよ。たとえ今の僕にはできなくても。
たとえもう町のみんなを覚えていなくても？
うん。どんな時も代理人として僕はみんなを守るよ。
That sentiment itself shows that she's still red.
ワコ君は？今のレッドさんは信頼できると思いますか？
もちろん。むしろ疑心は全然変わってない。
Yeah.
僕のよく知ってる疑心だよ。
ほら、そういうことですよ。 あなたの願い、守りたい相手、仲間、そのすべては全然変わっていません。
Oh god. What happened, Barca? What's up? You weren't looking at the time, it's 1:30 a.m. Oh no. If you got a Eeper, I hope you get good Eeper. The magic of time zones is truly something. And also the magic of staying up way too hecking late by accident. It's too easy to do.
記憶が戻らなくても、あなたはあなたです。18年前に私はたくさんの記憶をなくし、
Oh.
忘れてはいけないことを忘れてしまいました。
Wait, no, this is such a good thing to bring up. This is such a good thing to bring up because Fuha has been through this exact same thing. Like the little Vitas are very confused and scared, like, currently about just, like, not being able to remember stuff properly, but Fuha herself has been through a lot of just memory loss. Like, she's been alive for so long, and the fact she's had to delete a lot of her own memories and all that. Like, she's pretty much the perfect person they could confide in about this. And it's true that she's made a lot of mistakes and done bad things, but it's like, you know.
一方で、さらに昔、数万年にも及ぶ人生の
A
中
lot
で、
of the time she also has been quite
私は
misled.
乱雑な記憶にとらわれて、過去を理解できず、
And her conviction to protect people still stayed. Both unable to resolve the past or predict the future.
客観的に考えると、私は賢い人間ではありません。たくさん経験して、やっと分かったのです。記憶があってもなくても、過去にあったすべての経験は、私の命に痕跡を残してくれるって。
That's a really good way of putting it. I guess that's generally true, right? Because, like, everything you've been through still makes up part of who you are, even if you... Like, we forget stuff all the hecking time. There's so much stuff I don't remember. There's so much stuff we constantly don't remember, but they still influence us in some kind of way, you know? She's just experienced it to, like, a far greater hecking degree.
記憶が私を形作りましたが、私は記憶ではありません。
That's such a good line. My memories have shaped me, but they don't define me entirely.
レッドさんにとっては少し難しいかもしれませんが、大丈夫です。いつかわかる日がやってきますから。
God, I love her. The girl nodded thoughtfully.
ありがとう、フカ。君が話してくれたことをちゃんと考えるよ。
はい。
I love her so much. Oh my god. I hecking adore her so hecking much. Such a cool character.
ビタ、何か言わないの？
Oh god, you're confronting? Yo, Grisel does not look happy. She did not look happy right now.
何を言ってほしいの？ホラス、そして可愛らしい代理人たちについては全部細かく教えてよ。はいはい。君のフワお姉ちゃんにしか教えなかったことがあるんだ。先に彼女と知り合ったからね。気になるなら彼女に聞いてみて。僕は情熱的な人間だけど、同じことを繰り返したくはないんだ。関係ない話ならやめておく。
Oh.
ポロスとヘスペの誕生に関する真相をどうしてビタちゃんたちに内緒にしたの？
I love her voice when she sounds mad. Like, her voice is so cute, right? and so like gentle and sweet sounding, but like so she still sounds like gentle and sweet kind of like when she's still angry, but you can still feel the anger in her voice. It's like I don't know. It amuses me. But also, yeah, very very good question. Why the heck?
わざと隠しているわけじゃないよ。ただ、
Not
みんながそれを
deliberately.
知る必要はないと判断した。
I mean, isn't that kind of deliberate by association?
楽園のようなユートピアで天使のような代理人たちが楽しそうに暮らしている。それこそがおとぎ話のあるべき姿だ。
でも今までポロスは何度も壊されてきた。ループ実験の中心である彼らはそんなことを経験しなければならない理由を知る権利すらないの。あなたは彼らをこのループから救えるのにどうしてずっと傍観し続けてるの？
救うね。
Thing is, I don't think Vita has that power, if I'm real.
何もかも簡単に考えすぎだよ。想像してみて。もし君がいつか適合した星を見つけ、箱舟の遺伝子倉庫を使って新たな文明を作ったとする。でも宇宙生命体がその文明を乗っ取り転覆させめちゃくちゃにしようとしたら、君はどうする？
話をすり替えないで。その例えは極端すぎる。
Good on her for sticking to the point.
この世界のあらゆるものはおのずと極端に向かうものさ。ここはとある偽物の造物主が作った実験場だ。あの方は介入を許さないし、僕は造物主を揺るがす力も持っていない。それに彼らのためにそこまでする立場なんて僕は持っていない。僕たちが同じ代理人だからってそうしろというの？
So she's like, well, I'm not required to help them. But like, what about like caring about them? But how much attachment do you have to them, you know? Like that it really is such a cold way of putting it. Although from the look on her face, I'm like she acts seriously like so detached, but like I wonder how much it's true.
違う？自分と少し似ている、もしくは自分の考えを表せる、感情移入できる話をしただけで、君は相手のために全てをかけるの？
It's not really slight in this case, is it?
僕にはそうする立場も力もない。そんな幼稚な考え、捨てた方が君のためだよ。モリアーティが話したように、代理人たちは純真無垢だ。だからこそ、彼らの世界は白黒思考でできている。
Well, you still... It's like you still bring them gifts. You still do visit them sometimes, interact with them. I feel like if you didn't care at all, maybe you wouldn't even do the bare minimum at all. But... God, why is she so hard to read? Oh god.
僕の行動が彼らのルールと相反したら、僕はたちまちビタ姉さんから町に脅威をもたらす敵となる。例を挙げればモリアーティの嘘が原因だけれど、彼らは僕に刃を向けかけたよね。だからそんな意味のない悩みを考え続けるより、モリアーティがなぜそうしたか、彼が一体何をしようとしているのかを考えた方がいいと思うよ。
そんなの他にないよね。彼が後先考えずにピタちゃんたちを騙してこの町に危機をもたらしたのは、全てはあなたに対する復讐なの。
そうかな。
So much for it being an act of retribution, because she don't seem to be caring very
だ
hard.
から彼は大きく間違っているね。君も気づいたように、彼らに何かがあったとしても、僕とは関係ないし、同情しようとは思わない。それなら、 僕が彼らのために苦しむわけがないだろう。
ビタ、あなた、あの子たちはあなたのことをあんなにも信頼して頼りにしてるのに。
思わない。
Guilt is for
申し訳な
fools
く
and
思うのは
cowards.
愚者と弱虫の
Girl.
感情さ。僕は愚かではないし弱くもない。
Dude. Like it's true, like the Vitas cares, the little Vitas care so much about her. Like they really look up to her and everything, but like goddamn. She is like neglectful hard right now.
わかった。あなたの言う通り、今はこんな話をしてる場合じゃない。
Like I mean, I guess no one's obligated to bond with one another or care with one another, but it's like you're kind of pulling a jerk move here, you know?
でも、ボロスの災害が全て落ち着いたら、その時はあなたの本性を彼らに話す。
人々はなぜ正直者に冷たくするんだろうね。やっぱり真実より偽善の方が好きなのかな。
Well,
君はどう思う？フカ。
oh, guess our girlie's listening. I don't know. It's like, I guess there is a certain respect that you can have for Vita in terms of the way she doesn't sugarcoat her feelings here. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I don't know. I guess it is just off-putting generally. She is quite off-putting. I still have to wonder if it's just the circumstances of like having to go through the same thing over and over, and just kind of her general responsibility of being taxed to just help destroy worlds. Like maybe she used to have the capacity to care a lot more about individual people and the little Vitas. Maybe it just kind of melted away. Who knows?
彼らはそんな信念のない窮状を忘れるような人間じゃありません。
Because that's the thing, yeah. Like she has bonded with them in the past. She has like hung out with them a lot.
モリアーティを信頼してしまったことを彼らは後悔しています。
Granted, with very huge gaps in between, but there's a reason why the little Vitas do trust her and look up to her. They got something.
そうか。でもそれと僕に何の関係があるのかな。さあ、こんな何の意味もない話題よりモリアーティの話をしよう。外で逃げ回っている彼がより大きなトラブルを引き起こすかもしれないからね。君と彼は古馴染みだし、彼のやり方をよく知っているんだよね。
フワお姉ちゃんはあの時、彼をどうやって倒したの？
Oh, I suppose we're gonna move on to the
恥ず
task
か
at
しい話で
hand.
すが、あの時のモリアーティは玉鋼の体を開発済みでしたから、なかなか厄介でした。都政の羽の低角出力による副作用を防ぐため、当時は玉鋼対応の装置を使い、彼の行動能力を奪ったんです。
Which is something we don't have on
その
hand.
後、偶然にも私はその装置を今の時代の第一律者、ベルト・ジョイスに渡しました。博物館にいるモリアーティもとっくに昔と違っていますから、当時の方法は
Fun
参
that they
考
bring
になら
that
ない
up.
と思います。
確かに。今の彼はただの投影だし、行方をつかむのはもっと難しいと思う。
いいえ、彼の性格ならきっと次の行動に移るはずです。
He's too dramatic to just always hide.
街が壊れかけてる今、彼の次の目標って、フワお姉ちゃん、まさかモリアーティの真の目標は、
Sa?
裏に隠れてる黒幕なの？
その可能性があります。 状況が混乱すればするほど世間を欺きやすくなりますから。
こういう問題を分析するときは二人とも賢いね。
でもモリアーティが何かしようとしても相手に近づかないといけないよね。
Ignoring Vita's comment, Grisel continued her thoughts.
じゃあ黒幕とポロスの間にあるつながりは
Well, creating it and using it as an
代
experiment.
理人の他にあと
He exchanged a glance with Fuha. The Ark?
そういえば洪水が発生してから箱舟にも変わった光の柱が立ってる。でも外は洪水だし、しばらくは博物館を出ない方がいいと思う。
ビタさん、何か策はありませんか？
やっと僕のことを思い出してくれたんだ。
Vita shrugged, looking as if she had nothing to offer. Damn, very helpful, thank you.
モリアーティと一番長く一緒にいた彼らなら何かを知っているかもしれません。
Well,
あそこです。
Oh, here they all are. The squad. Red was the first to notice their
お
arrival.
姉ちゃん、それにグレーシュ
Oh, the cute wave.
何の話をしてるの？
記憶の共有をしてるんだ。洪水を何とかする方法を見つけたくて。
私たちの記憶は不完全なものだけど、共有することでそれぞれのループを思い出せるようになったよ。
Yes, the run first. Cross ref. Yo, words? Cross-referencing. Good
その
idea.
話なんだけど、ちょうどみんなに聞きたいことがあって。何を知りたいの？何でも言って。僕たち以上にポロスを知ってる人はいないから。
Fuha and Grisel told the little Vitas about their recent discussion regarding Moriarty. After hearing their question, the little Vitas looked at each other with visible confusion, then proceeded to shake their heads.
モリアーティは禁足地に興味を示していて、そこに入る権限を手に入れた。その中からグレーシュを閉じ込めるための救命装置も入手したんだ。でもそれ以外特に心当たりはないな。
つまり彼の最終目標は禁足地ではないということですね。
そうだ、さっき話し合った時に変わった現象に気づいたんだ。
変わった現象？
僕たちの記憶の
Has
中で
always
博
existed.
物館はずっと存在してて、街の中央広場の下に位置してる。でも天才を経験したヘスペと今のポロスは
Do they switch places, maybe?
そういう風にできるなんて。
まさか本当の博物館はポロスにないってことかな。博物館に入るたびに頭がクラクラする。
Oh.
ビルビお姉ちゃんの射出装置に乗った直後みたいに。
どうして私はまさか今の私も投影ですから博物館の入り口に転送装置があることに気づかなかったのでしょうか。にわかに信じられませんが、そう考えると博物館が地下にあるのに洪水の襲撃をかわせるのも
So it's just completely different.
でもそうなると博物館が実際にある場所はどこなんだろう。ポロスにあって洪水の影響を受けない、あるいは絶対的に密封できる場所。
They exchanged another glance.
箱舟。
Never in their wildest dreams did they expect that they would already be in the interior of the Ark while having even attempted to locate it. But at that moment, there was a sudden burst of applause from the side.
大胆で緻密な推理だ。ポロスの真相に近づけるはしごを見つけたね。おめでとう。本当におめでとう。
Girl is like just knowing things and just like watching them figure it out.
さて、
Like
僕
things.
がご褒美を与えよう。
Are Are you gonna give us cookies? Are you giving us like a little star sticker to put in our notebook? Oh my gosh.
これは
I'm just remembering how satisfying it felt to get like stickers from teachers as like a little kid.
とある世界の泡では天帝という伝
You
説
would
が
get
ある
those
と
with
思うんだけど
pride. Honestly, I low-key almost wish that that kept being a thing. Like throughout schooling years, because like stickers are fun. I don't know.
窮地に陥った戦地が逃亡中に空へとつながるはしごの夢を見た。彼ははしごを登り神々の居所にたどり着いた。それがビタの天帝。このはしごを登れば
Oh.
創世の神に会える。冗談だよ。これは箱舟の船はしごさ。登れば箱舟の内部に入ることができるよ。びっくりした？意外だった？
ピーター、
Why do you make it sound so grand?
一体どれだけ隠し事をしてるの？
演技。
別にこれは秘密じゃないよ。君たちがあの情報を口にした以上、それは誰もが知っている常識になったんだ。
グレーシュを発見してモリアーティが世界の秘密を調べて、そして洪水が猛威を振るい、博物館は箱舟の一部かもしれないと結論を出してようやく彼女が自発的に私たちに秘密を漏らすことはなかった。ビタさん、あなたはまだ何らかの制限を受けている。例えば、
Oh, would that be it?
造物種の制限があるからこの星の真相を私たちに伝えられないのでしょうか。
どうだろうね。
What an infuriating response. Vita's smile remained unchanged. Wuhan looked at that ever playful face for a while before eventually giving up.
まあ構いません。
そう来なくっちゃ。時間がないからね。ここで無駄にしちゃダメだよ。さあ、行こう。
I mean, maybe she doesn't have a choice, though. That's true.
不破お姉ちゃん、この先
That could very well be the case.
大丈夫です。私が先陣を切ります。
Oh boy. Suha was about to climb the ladder. A small hand suddenly tugged on her pants leg.
フカ、君たちはポロスを助ける方法を探しに行くの？
Oh, hello, Red.
僕たちも連れて行ってくれないかな？
I don't know. Don't know how good of an idea that is. The request from the little Vitas took the three of them by surprise. Even Vita, who always acted aloof, flashed a look of disapproval.
ギシン、今は強がっている場合じゃないよ。間違った時に強がっても痛い目を見ることになるだけだ。
See, you claim that you don't have any concern for them, but now you're like scolding them for possibly getting into trouble. So like, which is it, girl?
でも
Which is it?
私たちが行こうとしてるのはみんなにとっての禁足地だよ。洪水が訪れて禁足地に関するルールは無効になってるかもしれないけど、もしかしたら強い敵に遭遇するかもしれないし、みんなを守る余裕はないの。僕たちのことを守る必要なんてないよ。
You sure about
僕た
that?
ちはポロスの守護者だから、僕たちのやり方でここを守る。でも守護者って言葉に常に最前列にいるって意味があるわけじゃないよ。時にはね、守るっていう責任をより
I mean, someone's gotta guard all the people in
仲
here
間に戦っ
too.
てもらうこともあるの。それは弱虫なんかじゃない。それにまだ住民たちの
Yeah,
面倒を見る
exactly.
っていう任務もあるよね。
Oh, wait.
博物館に残ってもらってもいい？
Thank you for the hydrate. I have sipped. The little Vitas looked at each other, and after what seemed to be a few moments of hesitation among them, Red stepped forward.
僕たちは熱くなってそう決めたわけじゃないよ。
Oh, she's so determined. The girl's eyes were bright, and she looked at Fuho and the others with the same earnestness as when they first met.
分かってるんだ。お姉ちゃんたちに比べて僕たちは強くないし、頭もそんなに良くない。
Yeah.
でも僕たちには代理人としての権限と1000年以上ポロスを守ってきた記憶、それだけでも僕たちにはできることがあるはずだよ。もちろんお姉ちゃんたちと比べたらできることは少ないかもしれないけど、でもお姉ちゃんたちじゃ無理なことができたりするかもしれないでしょ。それにもう一つ理由があるんだ。ビタお姉ちゃん、今までの僕たちはずっと守られてて何も知らなかった。ビタお姉ちゃんがそうしたのは何か特別な理由があるからだって分かってるけど、今回はビタお姉ちゃんと一緒に戦いたいんだ。
Oh.
ビタお姉ちゃん、いいかな、やってみたいんだ。
They really want to be believed in. Vita didn't answer. She looked at the 7 children in front of her who all bore the same name, her expression changing constantly. After a moment, she smiled lightly.
急に怖い顔をしないでよ。
Did she catch you by surprise?
君たちはもともと町の代理人だし、別に子供扱いなんてしてないよ。君たちには選択する権利がある。でも箱舟はグレーシュの所有物だから、一緒に行っていいかどうかは彼女に決めてもらおう。フワお姉ちゃんが決めて。
Well,
フワお姉ちゃんの方がみんなと一緒にいた時間が長いから。
Fuha's gaze shifted between the little Vitas for a moment, each with the same face, bearing the same determined expression. After a while, she nodded at Grisel.
一緒に行動しましょう。
Oh, heck, we all going then.
私たちの手が届く範囲から離れないでください。
So, who's gonna watch over the people?
ポロスの
Big
平和
Vita?
を取り戻すために一緒に頑張りましょう。
With determination and courage in their hearts, Fuha and her group climbed the ladder leading to the ark.
うわ、本当に入っちゃった。グレーシュ、どう？久しぶりに馴染みのある箱舟を目にした感想
Oh,
は。
heck.
別に
Not good. Aw.
久しぶりに帰ったのに家が招かれざる客に占拠されてたって気づいたら誰だって嫌でしょ。君ならそんな細かいことを気にしないと思
Of
っ
course
てい
she
たけどね。
cares. Okay, but like, I would have loved if during this part, all of the little Vitas kind of could just follow along with us. Like, you know how earlier in the chapter, there's kind of like up to maybe 2 Vitas kind of like running after you. Just having all of them run after you at the same time, I think that would make a beautiful image. I wish that were the case. Just the silliness.
あれは
Also, there. Wait, what's out here? Ooh. Okay, fancy. Oh my gosh, hi Jai, the Swarm. Hello Sai, how's it going? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. I have been progressing the challenge letter. The messenger from paradise brings a letter of challenge. Will tonight's scapegoat be Mockingbird or a cuckoo? The condolence meeting for the defeated gambler will commence after the bell rings. James Moriarty.
これは
モリアーティ。どうやら彼は私たちよりも先にここに来たみたいです。
Hold on, I cut her off. I want to hear how she says that.
挑戦状。でも彼の目的は置いておくとしても、
Finish
手がかりを残さない方が
finish up your
成功し
dailies.
やすいんじゃ
Now
ない
no idea
か
what to
な。
do at the moment. Yeah, sometimes it'd be like that. You know, earlier I was like, oh heck, Infinity Nikki went under maintenance. What is the purpose of my life now? Well, the answer is Honkai. My purpose in life is Honkai. That's the answer.
モリアーティは自身の犯罪をパフォーマンスだ
Squats!
と考
Oh
えています。
god.
何も残さな
Okay.
かったら、む
Hold
しろ
on.
彼にとってはパフォーマンスの見応えがなくなるのです。
2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you for the squats. You know, at least the squats have been more spaced out, so I've had time to like recover between them. That part's good. Oh dear. Use all his crimes as a performance. Even if no clues entertainment value, the performance plummets in his eyes. Yep, bro drama.
この挑戦状が彼の計画の一部で、
Bro's a
わ
theater
ざと私
kid.
たちを誘導しているという可能性も否定できません。
Bro never had the chance to like explore his talent through theater itself, you know?
何かが引っかかってるみたい。
Instead, he's like, I will do hecking crime. Big dramatic crime.
すごく広いところだね。ここは箱舟の環境だったの。高校の間、休眠してない時はだいたいここにいたよ。
See?
それって一人で寂しくなかったの？芸術と工学の研究はもともと孤独なものだからね。
Never mind, I forgot it's weekly reset and Warframe. You got another list of stuff to do? Ah, yes. Truly the nature of playing a 10 million live service. It'd be like that for real.
それに、あの壊れた壁のところに大きな幻想があったの。他に仕事がない時はいつも窓の近くにいて星空を眺めてた。
But good luck doing your weeklies though.
星空、どんよりしてる2つの月しか持たないポロスと違ってきっと綺麗なんですよね。うん、すごく綺麗だったよ。
Resplendent.
でも単調だった。
Yeah.
まるでこの世界に私一人しかいないみたいで。
God. You know, guys, like, I have always really wanted the experience of being able to see space. I feel like that would be such, objectively, like, such an incredibly magical thing. The only thing that gets to me, though, is, I feel like going up would be kind of scary in that a rocket with, like, all the G-force. Because, you know, I kind of, if I am honest here, I kind of have a bit of a fear of, like, fast stuff like roller coasters and stuff. So I'm like, oh god, a rocket seems like it'd feel kind of scary. But, you know, stuff like a space elevator would solve that pretty good. You know, if we ever got to the point of making a space elevator, which I feel like would be really cool. Like, I don't know. I mean, don't you need like a ton of training in order to like withstand going up in a rocket in the first place? I feel like maybe. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be so cool to see space someday. Like, I have actually seen a night sky full of like way more stars than you get anywhere close to like a city before, because I have been to some pretty rural places. And it is indescribably beautiful. The sky just kind of like sucking you in with its view. You just feel like it's just kind of like, that's the thing, you can't even describe it. A photo does no justice at all, even slightly. Like, if anyone ever has the chance to just go out somewhere real far from all the lights and just like look at the sky, like, that's worth it for real. The little Vitas blinked, not entirely sure if they fully understood. For them, who had never set foot outside Phosphorus, the universe was somewhat outside the scope of their thought process.
大丈夫だよ、グレーシュさん。今はポロスのみんなが一緒にいるから、もう一人じゃないよ。うん、
And she's got Hua too.
ねえみんなあれは
It's still really nice that Riso and Hua have each other here though. Like obviously they miss each other a lot. They haven't seen each other in a really long time. But it's also just nice that they at least have a familiar face in this situation, you know? Like at all.
ここの視野は悪くないね。天気が悪いのは残念だけど。
You need to be really far from anything, really. Light pollution makes things really hard. No, yeah, you definitely have to be very far out. Specifically, the time that I experienced was because I was in Costa Rica, and I went out to we went out to like a cabin, kind of out in the actual mountains, and you know it's literally just like cabins over there, like just you know, very small places, like very spread out. And that's where you could really see like a proper, really nice night sky. And I'm sure even then that I probably could have gone. You could probably still go somewhere even more remote and see even more of the sky, because you know it wasn't to the point of being able to literally see like the Milky Way or anything, but it was like way more intense. There was so much more you could see. You know, it was just really cool. But yeah, it'd be like that.
下にあるのはポロス。どうしてこんな風に。
洪水の勢いがどんどん強くなっている。早く対応策を見つけないと。
Yeah, things don't be looking too good. Reporter representative. Blood report. The person who made me write this report has probably forgotten the meaning of words. Since this is the report that no one will read, I'll write it in my usual tone of voice. Today, a flood broke out in Phosphorus. Now the water level is higher than the tallest building in the city. I'm afraid it won't be long before it claims the people who have taken refuge on the roofs. I hear muffled cries for help and hoarse screams, yet louder still was the roar of floodwater. Only those who were there would understand what a saddening sound it was. The water roared all night long. After it finally stopped, I picked up half a wooden block in the muddy street. The writing on it too washed out to read. It might have been an amorphism, a love quote, or a summary of human history, but now it's just a chunk of wood.
代理人？僕たちの他にポロスに代理人がいたんだ。内容を見る限り、この人も洪水を経験したみたいですね。
Other representatives, huh?
きっと怖かったでしょう。しかしなぜこの人はこんなにも冷静なんだろう。それに終わりの内容を見ましたか。この人は洪水から生き残れたんでしょうか。よかった。あの洪水で生き延びた人がいるんだね。まさかこの人が新しいポロスを作ったりして。
While the little Vitas enthusiastically discussed amongst themselves, the faces of the other three were decidedly more
あな
morose.
たのノートなんだよね。ビタ、その上にあなたの色が満ちてる。
Oh.
どうだろうね。
Maybe when she was like way younger? Recalling the memories of Vita she had chanced upon in the past, Fuha suddenly understood what had happened.
その、はじめまして。僕は。ごめんなさい。僕の名前を知らない。
わからないね。
じゃあ、お姉さんの名前は？
僕？はじめまして。僕の名前はビタ。君の名前については。
Would this be during that same
も
time?
しよかったら僕がつけてあげよう。
本当にありがとう。
どういたしまして。僕はね、名前をつけるのが得意なんだ。
まさか引率者の責任には破滅も含まれている。
Oh.
ピタさん、それがあなたがここに現れた理由？
この代理人は
See, it's weird because we know that
どんな
Vita
人なんだろう。
is instructed to like destroy worlds in the Sea of Quanta. But I guess starting out here, I kind of assumed this was an exception at first, you know? But maybe not. I mean, it is just resetting constantly, so... Also, kind of that whole writing about, like, the wooden block, kind of made me think just the general scariness of, like, erased history, you know? Because, like, there is so much human history that we will never be able to figure out. We will never see. Especially times before actual, like, written word or even, like, proper speech. There is so countless years of just generations and generations of people. We have no idea about them, really. Like, there's just so many stories, so much about, like, culture that we just can't really know because like it wasn't really recorded. And in that note, even when it comes to like stuff like fossils, apparently a, such a minuscule portion of species like of animals even gets fossilized in the first place. Like most of them just don't, and we just have zero record of them. Like just the amount of stuff that we just will never be able to figure out. And that's not to mention the species that would have been like gooey or like made of stuff that wouldn't really fossilize in the first place. Like, there's so much missing knowledge that isn't just knowledge that, oh, we can find this out eventually. No, it's just missing. Like that's messed up. Like with both history and like ancient history and just ancient life. I don't know. It's kind of scary to think about that kind of thing, how much has been lost. Um, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a bit depressing, but this is the case. This is why it would be so cool if we had time travel, but only for observation. Like if we could not influence a single thing in terms of the time, but if we were able to use it to simply observe and gather information. But it's like that itself probably wouldn't be possible because just the act of observing something, like light hitting something, would inherently kind of change things. So yeah, bummer there. But yeah, let me read this properly. That being has really abandoned speech and words and can only speak telepathically inside my head. Abandoned speech and words. If this refers to Saw, then does that mean she used to be maybe more ordinary? If we go by certain schools of philosophy, she probably has lost the opportunity to articulate the truth. Or maybe she is the truth, who knows? This time the flood came especially late, so late I wondered if the seed she had planted had blossomed at all. But the day still came. The floodwaters scoured the land that was overmined to barrenness, mixing with rivers filled with chemical effluents. Perhaps even without this disaster, this home had little time left. On the other hand, they did come out a little stronger than in previous reincarnations. The flood failed to take away the dregs of civilization, so I awakened the Paradise Wardens. The cries drowned out the sound of the waves. I've grown tired of this all. When will this senseless cycling end? Oh. So the flood itself didn't finish them off this time, so she had to call for them to be actually wiped out. That's very unpleasant.
僕たちが経験した洪水だ。
まさかノートの持ち主も僕たちと同じようにループを経験してるの？でもあの時町の代理人は僕たち7人しかいなかったのに。それとも町の住民だったんだろうか？
They don't know this is the big Vita yet.
いや、もう一つ可能性がある。
インディゴさん。
Mindful Vita ignored Fuha's look of uncertainty and slowly pressed on. Oh, does he realize?
もしかしたらこの代理人は町の守護者ではなく、ポロスに災いをもたらした人なのかもしれない。
どうして？ありえないよ。
The little Vitas looked at each other in disbelief, rendered speechless. Oh. Well.
楽園の番人たちはほぼ一瞬で現れた。その誕生には一体どういう法則があるのでしょうか。
It's just... I feel the little Vitas are going to become very disillusioned with the big Vita soon.
墜落の剣
They're going to feel so betrayed if they realize like what she's been up to.
集中しよ
But at the same time, it feels like she really doesn't have a choice in it, so... It's like, how the heck did things get to this state?
う待ってあそこにも
What's this one say? How many floods has there been? Can't remember. No matter how shiny the city looks, in my eyes it has never lived. Death, rebirth, and then destruction again. The unchanging sound of the water is like an urging. It's about time for something different. Huh. That's almost a bit ominous. After reading the new notes, the silence amongst the little Vitas became even more oppressive. The notion that this world operated according to principles which were purely malevolent in nature had never entered their minds before, let alone that they would be key figures situated right in the center of these principles. Vita watched them from a distance, raising an eyebrow.
ほら真相を知ることの方が残酷な時もあるんだ一体何をしようとしてるのひみ
Girl.
時が来たら君たちに教えるから
She is really bad at making herself look good. Giselle clearly wasn't satisfied with her response, but before she could say anything, Paradise Warden surrounded them once again. Damn. God. I would really like to just see Thaw and like learn how any of this even came to be. Because I mean, it sure doesn't seem like Vita likes doing this. She's so tired. She's like in this weird zone where she is like... I feel like I'm starting to feel kind of sympathetic for her, but at the same time it's like... I don't know.
通れるようになったよさすがグレーシュ道を切り開く方法も特別なんだね
行ってみましょう。
これは
And she's like accompanying us and kind of seeing us try to figure things out, but she's not really... She definitely isn't assisting in any way. The Ark's communicator. The communicator suddenly emitted a signal indicating a connection. Teresa and Fuha exchanged glances. Following that, the figure exuding no small amount of pomposity appeared on the screen. Moriarty? Is that you? Yep. Oh my god, this CG. Dude. The amount of smug that is radiating from this face right now is like in the infinity levels. The Oh, I love this art actually. Holy. That is he looks so puntable, but like in the best way possible. He looks like puntable, but also like head patable at the same time, you know? Like, undeniably, he is a cutie little patootie. But then he's also just, God. What a lad. What a silly guy.
僕が想像していたよりも少し遅かったね。理由は後ろのちびっ子たちかな。それが善人の難点なんだろうね。いろんなものに足を引っ張られてしまう。
Oh, that's a mean way of putting it.
僕は今、箱舟の頂点。君たちがたどり着けない位置にいる。そして今回は君たちとの和解を希望する。今までのことを忘れ、あの社を懲らしめてやろうではないか。
That part I wouldn't disagree with.
その言葉に説得力があるとでも思っているんですか？
Kuha's reaction seemed to be precisely what Moriarty had expected, and he laughed dismissively.
関係ないさ。協力するかどうかの選択権は僕にあって、君たちにはない。君たちが箱舟に入る前から、僕は造物種と接触できるであろう。見えるかい？雲の上にかすかに見える巨大な何かが、
One of its limbs.
ずいぶんと膨れ上がっているね。近づけるように様々な方法を試してみたが、残念ながらあそこはこの星を凌駕した規則に覆われているようだ。空を飛ぶ方法も考えてみたが、特別な権限がないせいか少しも触れられなくてね。
You know, I'm kind of curious where Saw kind of like lands compared to like an Aeon. Because clearly Saw really looks like one of the most powerful things like we've possibly encountered here, like within the scopes of this game so far. But I wonder where it kind of lands on the scale of an Aeon, you know? And I wonder, I'm still wondering like how aware Saw is really.
今、君に和解を申し出たのは最後の方法を試したいからだ。
Interesting.
Because
like, okay, if I go into this a little bit more, right? Aeons, they embody concepts and they're like so extremely powerful, but at the same time, like even though they can embody a concept and like all the, but they seem to not be like good or bad, quote unquote. They are just following things according to the concept, and they end up causing lots of destruction or lots of creation, or like, you know, they all have their own nuances, but they're not, you can't assign like human morality on them at all. Now, when it comes to Saw, who seems to be in this process of like wiping out all of these bubble worlds, which I don't know if she's just putting everyone through trial or something like that. What if she too embodied some kind of concept that was being put into place? Like, I wonder where that, on what scale that really puts things. Now, of course, at the same time, I am aware that the HI3rd world is obscured from like, you know, the rest of like the imaginary tree at this point. But it kind of makes me wonder on what degree is Saw exactly compared to, you know, the Aeons and stuff, I guess, if I were to try to explain myself more there. But yeah. Cause like I am seriously wondering like what Saw's personality even is. Because I feel like there is a certain point of power where you seem to cross into, where you kind of cease to have the same view of things as before.
1分後、僕はこの光の柱に触れる。これは造物種からの純粋なエネルギーだ。
Oh gosh.
モリアティ、自分を殺すつもりですか？
自殺？ああ、そういうことにもなるね。何しろこれに触れた瞬間、誰もが基本粒子になる。
Well,
跡形もなく消えるってことかな。
that would be one way of making sure you don't end up put in a solitary confinement again, but
だが偶然にも僕は博物館の中の投影に過ぎない。だからもう一つの可能性が存在するんだ。
I see.
光の柱とともにこのエネルギーの源に戻る
That
と
takes
いう可能性だね。
confidence to test, though.
せっかくだからその成功率がどれくらいあるか当ててごらん。この僕でも計算不能だからね。ああ、返答に窮するのもわかるよ。これは華麗で予想外な大博打だからね。これほど心を揺さぶる犯罪が他にあるだろうか。フカ、君に関しては残念だ。僕たちの再会はあまりにも慌ただしかった。旧友と昔話をする暇もなかった。
Truly, it's a shame they couldn't have shared stories over tea or something.
しかし、 構わないよ。もうすぐ君は僕のパフォーマンスを目にするからね。それはどんな言葉よりも忘れられないものになるだろう。今までと同じように偉大な犯罪を完成させるまで僕は死ねない。さて、時間は待ってくれない。あの傲慢な神に終わりの芸術を差し上げようではないか。
I mean, I respect the boldness of the plan, certainly.
待ってください、モリアーティ。
今度こそ本当にさよならかもしれないよ、名探偵。
It looks like Fuha still doesn't exactly want him to just risk getting off like that either, huh? Okay, well, there he goes. Yippee. And so, like an ephemeral firework, the life of the renowned criminal scholar burst with a resplendent grandeur for but a moment, then all fell into silence once again. The Napoleon of the criminal world, the unparalleled artist, seemed to have shuffled off this mortal coil and become the stuff of legend, the gloomy sky above his now eternal abode. Well, maybe he's fine. And he just had a little trip. A little over 10 minutes ago, a criminal who fancied himself an artist delivered his farewell address and then vanished before the eyes of the public. After that, Fuha's group conducted a brief search and regrouped on the bridge.
モリアーティがどこにもいません。
こっちにもいない。代理人の名にかけて、あいつがこっそり戻ってきたら絶対に見逃さないよ。多分彼はしばらく戻らないと思う。
Yeah.
出入り口になりそうな場所を全部確認したけど、モリアーティの煙の。
I mean, if he really got beamed up to where Saw is, yeah, no, we wouldn't find traces of him.
特徴は覚えやすいから確信してるの。今回は見落とさない。グレーシュの能力は便利で頼もしいね。不法侵入とかやましいことをしてなくてよかったよ。でもいろいろ観察して気づいたけど、箱舟の至るところにあなたが残した痕跡があったよ。
The Grisel is not amused.
分かった。あなたにとって私が休眠してた間にここでブラブラする行為はやましいことじゃないんだね。
Ooh.
はあ、グレーシュはたまに手厳しいね。あれは仕事だったんだ。仕事に関することをやましく思う必要はないでしょ。
Huh. Quite a definition of work you have, Vita.
仕事？
とにかくモリアーティの存在を観測できないということは、彼は本当にいなくなったと考えていいんだろうか。あんな悪党に対してオブラートに包むような話し方をしなくていいよ、尖閣。彼は死んだ。
Broken.
展示品なら壊れたと言った方が正確かな。神が世界を滅ぼす時に使うエネルギーはかなり強大なんだ。データとして存在するからはもちろん、僕でも一瞬で灰になると思う。
Well, that's
これは私
bad.
なんかじゃないよ。
モリアーティが何も準備せずに死を選ぶとは思えません。これは感情的な判断であり、理性的な分析でもありますが、おそらく彼は何らかの目くらましの手段を使って死んでいないか、死んではいるものの別の方法で生きていて。
そうだとしたら本当にしつこいやつだね。ビタが自分で拾ったのに。そうだった。
気にはなりますが、
I love how just Frank Grisel has been throughout all
計
this.
画を調査することではありません。彼が消える前に話したように、社の手による世界滅亡
I feel like the energy of Grisel right now is like Vita has been literally the only person in history to make her be able to have hater energy. Like she's with literally every single other like character that we've encountered, Grisel has like been nice, I feel like, and like I don't know, but like obviously like with Moriarty, like she's certainly not a fan of Moriarty either, but it's so funny how much her dislike of Vita is like potent, even if Vita maybe hasn't explicitly like done a whole lot to her. Krista woke up and immediately wants to go back to sleep. She's sick of everyone's nonsense.
社に抗う方法を考えつつ、モリアーティのことも気にかけていればいいと思います。でなければ本末転倒になり、賞賛がなくなってしまうかもしれません。ただ、敵の敵が友とは限りません。どうかこれを覚えておいて、他人の罠にかからないようにしてください。
I suppose that's a good
お
consideration.
姉ちゃんの考えに同意するよ。確かにフォロスを守れるなら私たち全力で頑張ります。
でも今の僕たちに何ができるんだろうか。ビタ姉さんの話だと、あのシャという神に対抗できる相手なんて
いざという時はあの携帯を使えば、もしかしたら。でもそれだけじゃ私たちと社の間にあるエネルギーの備蓄の差を補えない。
Pretty bird?
それに万が一、できるだけ相手の弱点を探してみましょう。
What if what? Don't hold out on me for. I want to know what you're thinking.
弱点？
ええ、相手は神と呼ばれていますが、私たちの行動や思想には干渉していません。今までのループも、相手は生物による召喚で超然と洪水を起こしているだけです。主観的な意図、あるいは客観的な条件に制限があるのかもしれませんが、とにかく相手は今のところ力を直接見せてはいませんから。
深お姉ちゃんの故郷の武術と同じように、その弱点から小をよく大を制す。
Aw. I just find it sweet that she remembers all stuff about her.
まだ覚えていてくれたんですね、グレーシュ。
Oh, she sounded so fond. Rizzo and Fuha exchanged a knowing nod before Rizzo turned her attention to Vita.
どうしてみんな僕を見ているのかな。言ったはずだよ。僕は飴に閉じ込められたかわいそうな投影だからね。協力したくてもできないよ。
Vita, if you get up to anything suspicious, I will eat you. You will feel the teeth.
社の弱点について本当に少しも心当たりがないの。ないに決まっているよ。僕と創造神は別に仲良しじゃないって言ったでしょ。僕の報告書を拾ったよね。あんなに多くの労働を全部僕一人に押し付けて。そもそも僕を人間扱いしてないのは目に見えてわかるでしょ。
You think?
しかし、その記録を発見するまであなたは何も教えてくれませんでした。さらに箱舟と博物館のつながりだって私たちが推理するまで口にはしてくれませんでしたよね。
聞かれなかったし、ただ思い出せなかっただけだよ。
No, that's you can't shimmy it past through that with that excuse.
報告書
No.
にする必要もないんじゃない？それにそういうのは些細なことに過ぎないよ。僕が伝えなくても
No, that doesn't
賢い
pass.
名探偵フカは自分ではっきりさせるんだよね。
まだ思い出せていない些細なことはもうないと誓えますか？
どうやって誓えばいいの？僕が思い出せていない
Oh
ことを
yes,
思い出せるなら
make such a little
そ
sad
もそも
face.
思い出せていないと言えないよね。それにいくら僕が自信を持って誓っても君たちは信用してくれないだろうし。
But she has the point. She probably wouldn't be outright trusted
本
in
当
the
の
first
ことを教え
place.
よう。僕が神の弱点を知っていたらとっくに奴から逃げていたし、今さら君と同じ投影の回路にいる必要もないでしょ。創造神が弱点を見せるはずがない。
僕を信頼しているかどうかの問題じゃないんだ。僕に
It required time for Vita to divulge information. Luha had slowly grasped Vita's negotiation style. She couldn't know for sure how much of what Vita said was true, but she was certain that Vita wouldn't reveal any more information for
あ
now.
なたが当てにならないのなら自分で情報を集めるしかなさそうですね。ただ活動できる安全な場所は箱舟内部だけですし。
いいところを思いついたよ。
Oh
あ
yeah?
そこにはみんなが必要としてるものがあるかもしれない。私の寝室だよ。
Oh?
グレーシュ、それって何かの大胆なジョークなのかな？
No, Vita, she's not inviting you to bed. As she does, I don't think she likes you like
記
that.
憶によれば箱舟が墜落した日、私は寝室にいたはずなの。
Hmm.
あの時私はシステムのアラートに叩き起こされて緊急措置を取る暇もなく何らかの外力によって気絶させられた。
I see.
その後は深お姉ちゃんに起こされるまで数千年も眠ってた。強制休眠の副作用、あるいは社が私に何かをしたのかもしれないけど、でも唯一確信があるのは異常事態に陥った時。
わかりました。社が異常事態を引き起こしたのなら、今の私たちが唯一遡って探れるのは社。
そういうこと。時間がないからみんなも一緒に来て。
Well, time to investigate. Why is this such a nice room, though? Actually, yellow bed here. Wait, did you leave your phone here, girl? Your phone has just been like sitting here like this entire time. A little computer. Is like, is it embedded into the wall like the main device, or I don't see no tower. Oh, that's just, she got a little painting and little paints. It looks like she did origami sometimes. Sorry, I have to just absorb all of the details of your living condition.
着いた。ここだよ。
グレーシュの寝室って想像してたよりもずーっと広いんだね。
It's a nice little space. Although, if I am honest, the bed is a little too small for me. Like, especially considering just like the drop there. Like, I feel like I could just fall off. Like, it's a little too cramped.
しかもちゃんと片付いてる。レッドの部屋よりもずっと綺麗だね。え、そうかな。この部屋は少なくとも
Damn, how good are the
1000年以上
filtering
も
systems
片
on
付け
this
て
ship,
ないと思
huh?
うけど。
それならレッドの部屋は1000年も片付けていない部屋よりも
Oh,
ずっ
don't
と
do
汚
her
い
like
って
that.
ことになる。ちょっとそんな大げさに言わないでよ。
Don't do her like that.
でもなんとなくここって。バイオレット、どうかしたの？何か感じた？うまく言えませんが違和感があるんです。
Hmm.
確かに内装のスタイルはポロスと全然違う。同じスタイルの部屋がポロスに現れたら
I mean,
きっと僕も困惑すると思うよ。
because it originates from
しかしここ
somewhere
は金属地
else.
の内部で本来なら僕たちは入ることができない場所だ。ここで見たことのない内装を目にしてもむしろ逆なんじゃないかな。バイオレット、君が違和感を抱いたのはこのスタイルを全く知らないわけじゃないからだろう。
そう言われてみればなんとなくそんな気がします。さすがインディゴ
Due
ですね。
to the art stuff being repurposed all over, right?
いや、推理ではなくただ答えを思いついただけだよ。それにずっと隅の方でこっそり見ているブルーだって。はそうだね。でも僕たちがここに来たのは初めてのはずだから。 気のせいかなって。
やあ、みんなは何の話をしているのかな？
ビタ姉さん、今ちょっと変だねって話をしていたの。
ダメだよ。女の子の寝室に入って変だなんて言葉を使ったらグレーシュが泣いてしまうよ。
Not relevant right now, but not incorrect.
ごめんなさいグレーシュさん。お詫びに飴をあげるから
Oh.
気にしないで。別に気にしてないよ。
彼女の優しさを受け入れてあげて。僕もその飴の味が恋しいな。
ビタ姉さん、
大丈夫。みんなで力を合わせて神の弱点を見つけて事件を完璧に解決しよう。どうかしたのフカ？別に間違った話はしていないよね。
何でもありません。
I think Claude doesn't know what to make of her either. Girl, I really feel like you should just take your phone, girl. Like, what she got stored here?
グレーシュのシェルフ。
The spacious cabinet was surprisingly tidy, but colorful paint jars and still only noticeable items. It's clear that Grisel's hobbies hadn't changed even during the long journey of the project arc.
一番外側に置いてある瓶と奥の瓶まで距離がある。誰かが取り出した。グレーシュ自身でしょうか。でも絵の具の色は
Red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple. Wait. Eh? Wait, that's not... Why does it match the color of the Vitas? Was she involved with them? Wait. The style of the easel was so ordinary that even Fuha couldn't tell if she'd ever seen it in the moth's base. It now stood alone against the wall, just as Grisel did when she left on her
上
own.
に絵が置かれていないのは事件が起こった日にグレーシュが絵を描いていなかったから。でもグレーシュはよく絵を描くからいつも画板をイーゼルに置くようにしている。
Following this train of thought, Fuha bent over and searched around the easel, eventually finding a covered board in the corner. As she flipped the painting board over, she found something unexpected. Oh. It's all messy, but...
キャンバスを使わず画板に絵の具を塗りつけた。しかも形を作らない線に色もめちゃくちゃ。これは本当にグレーシュが残したものなんでしょうか。
That looks like the kind of thing you make when you're like hecking frustrated about something, honestly. Looking around, Fuha saw a rather ordinary-looking screen on the table. At first glance, it seemed no different from the various devices within the Ark. However, upon closer examination, he immediately noticed something
この
unusual.
ディスプレイ、箱舟にある他のディスプレイと仕様が少し違う。
She reached out and gently tapped the surface.
素材も違う。どういうものなんでしょう。
Her gaze shifted downwards and she spotted an inconspicuous symbol in the corner of the screen.
このマークってこの辺にしましょう。
Wait, what was the symbol?
他の人たちが見つけたものを確認しましょう。
What was the symbol? You can't not tell me. What? Come on. Hmm.
グレーシュさん、大丈夫？
Grisel, do you also have memory issues?
顔色が少し悪いみたいだけど。
Serious question.
めまいとか。
私は大丈夫だから心配しないで。前回ここに戻った時は まだこの
Okay,
星
so
に来
you
る前だ
don't
った。
remember, huh?
あの時に何が起こったのかを思い出せたらすごく昔のことだし、よく思い出せなくて普通だよ。私、そして深お姉ちゃんの体は普通の人間とは違って、より長い間数万年前のことを全部忘れるはずがないの。でもよりによって社に接近したあのちょっとの間だけ。
Oh, that's interesting though. Because I guess I didn't really think too hard about the fact that like the mantises in general could have also had like as good memory as Hua does.
でもそれは時間の流れとはあんまり関係がないんだと思う。社に認識を歪ませる手段があるのかもしれないし、私に何らかの精神攻撃を仕掛けたのかもしれない。もちろん物理的に私の頭に重い一撃を食らわせて、そのせいで記憶喪失になったっていう可能性もあるけど。
話を聞く限り、
グレーシュさん、自分の部屋で襲われてせっかくここに戻れたのに、その時のことを思い出させないといけないなんて大変だよね。そうだ、少しリラックスしてみたらどうかな。昔みたいに好きな場所に座ってよく知ってる盆栽に触ったり。
Do we have the time for relaxing though?
その私は大丈夫だよ。それに盆栽や枕に頼る癖もないから。待って、癖？
グレーシュさん。
A bit.
私のいつもの癖から考えると、未知の強敵に襲われた時、まず
Would she
頼り
paint?
にするものは私の能力。レッド、何をしてるの？あ、その手にあるのは本？レッド、本を読んでるの？何？そこまで驚く必要はないでしょ。
I didn't know you could read.
驚くに決まってるよ。レッドはほとんど本を読まないもん。みんなで多くのループの記憶を集めてみたけど、レッドが真面目に本を読んだ回数
Damn,
は
okay, girl really don't read
やっぱり
often.
片手で数えられるくらいだし。それとこれとは違うよ。今はフカとグレーシュの手伝いをして手がかりを探してるでしょ。本当にそれだけ？それにここの本はリツちゃんが作った分厚いルールブックやバイオレットちゃんがお祭りで読んだ
Aren't going for the
長い資料
jugular with that
絶対
statement.
面白いよ。
Nah, for real. It's like, oh, I didn't know you could read. My god. But like only like reading like a couple times in the whole time of knowing a person, like that's crazy.
どんな本なの？
Righteous Vita turned the books over in her hands and showed them to Voracious Vita.
ウサギとカメ、狼と羊、
Oh, are they like kids'
狼が来
books?
た。
The Aesop's
動物
Fables?
図鑑？違う。もうイエローちゃんも読んでみて。引っ張らないで。
Oh, have they just never like enjoyed like an actual little illustrated book or anything before? I guess they are pretty busy with their responsibilities. Oh my god, we should get them all in the room and get them to like play video games, actually.
見て、バイオレット、リツ。
We'll make them all
ここに数
gamers.
千年も枯れていない盆栽がある。
本物の植物じゃないからだろう。
理屈はそうだけど、最初にこの技術を思いついた人はきっとロマンティストなんだと思う。どうしたバイオレット？
私ですか？バイオレットはまだ少し前のことを考えているんだ。インディゴ、君は彼女の邪魔をしている。
すまない。
でも
僕も似たような感覚を覚え始めたよ。どこか懐かしくて、なのにうまく言葉にできない。インディゴ、君はどうしてだと思う？僕たちは他のループに関する記憶を取り
I'm
戻したの
still
に、
thinking about the
同時
colors
に
of the
直近
paint.
の
I'm
ルー
not
プの記
gonna
憶を失
lie.
っている。
It's
それ
very
は僕たち
weird.
の認識に影響を及ぼすんだろうか。
Because that would kind of suggest that, like, you know, that maybe they were made around here? But, like, that doesn't make sense. Because that would suggest maybe Grisel made them, but, like, Grisel clearly hasn't mentioned anything of the sort, nor has she seemed to recognize them at all. But then again, Grisel is having trouble with her memory. Hecking, everyone's having trouble with their memory right now, so, I don't know. Thinking. Guess I'll see what that's about.
わからない。思考と記憶を構築する仕組みは複雑すぎるから。この問題について話し合うなら、あそこの盆栽からインスピレーションをもらってもいいかもしれないね。ほら、今の僕は人工植物の形、色、そして特徴をありありと説明できる。なのに、僕はその加工の詳細も、誰がそれを作ったのかも知ることができない。もし記憶にも同じ特徴があるなら。インディゴ、一体何を言って？ちょっとした推測で、現状に関してはあまり力にならない
Nothing
まま
wrong
だ。
with speculating.
いや、なんでもないんだ。
Few moments later.
みんな、くまなく調べたようだね。お疲れ様。
Yes, what grade are you going to give us now, Vita?
ビタ
What is it
お姉ちゃん
that you
以
were
外のみんなは
hiding?
真面目に探したよ。
Damn, okay. Yellow Hecking just calling her out for her absolute lack of action. Real.
本相は相変わらず僕にも容赦ないね。仕方ないさ。この飴に手足があったら、僕だってみんなが忙しい時に何もしないで、ただ見てるだけなんてことはしないよ。飴に手足。
時間がないから急いで結論を共有しよう。
Limb candy.
私から話すね。オレンジちゃんのおかげでやっと思い出したの。
Oh yeah?
思わぬ事故に遭遇した時、人は無意識に反応する。だから記憶は曖昧だけど、当時に何があったのかを自分の癖から再現できるかもしれないの。
Pretty good
長い
idea.
宇宙の旅の中で、私は色彩という形で多くの見聞と感想を記録してきた。同じように襲ってくる未知の危機に遭遇した場合、私はきっと最初にその色彩を見抜こうとすると思う。だから蛇に襲われた瞬間、私は全力でその力にどんな色彩があるかを感知して
Would
記録しようとするはず。
that action of itself Heckin like messed you up?
それって私が発見したあの画板ですか？
Oh.
うん。急だったから新しいキャンバスを置くこともできなかった。色彩を記録してすぐに私は何らかの外力によって気絶させられた。
So this would represent Sa. Interesting. Very chaos.
じゃあ、このめちゃくちゃなものは、社の色ってこと？
すごく混乱してる気がします。
Yeah, I should.
確かにそうだね。だってこれは未完成の色彩記録だから、社の色をクリアにかけたなら、私はすでに社の本質を見抜いたってことになるし、こんな風になることもなかったはずだよ。これは切羽詰まった中で得た色に対する感覚だけなの。社が私を攻撃した時に、私自身の第一印象を大まかに書いたもの。
Makes sense.
でもこの印象の奥に隠れた本質を見抜くことができない。当時も今もね。
つまりこの手がかりはここで途切れたってことかな。
うん。この色彩記録、さっきから空にかすかに現れ始めた影はシャの手
Do
足
you
の一部
observe
だって
that?
モリアーティもそう話してたよね。その手足を観測することでシャに関する情報を入手できないかなって考えてたの。
何か発見はあったんですか？
残念だけどモリアーティの投影はあまりにも弱くてシャとつながった時間も短かったから何も分析できなかった。その時に見た色はこの
Oh.
色彩記録とかなり似てた。
へえ。
でも2つの色は似てたけど細部は明らかにどこか違うの。具体的に何が違うかはうまく言えないけど、
こんなに時間が経ってるんだし、創造心がちょっと自分の姿を変えるくらいは普通だよ。僕たちの発見を共有しよう。ここに入ってからずっと感じている。ポロスのルールで禁止されてたから、今まで僕たちは箱舟に入る機会がなかった。
Yeah.
なの。
ええ、前にどこかで見た
Which
よう
is
な気がす
very
るんです。
hecking weird.
私の推測ですが、この部屋に既視感を覚えるのは、おそらくあなたたちはループが始まるたびに、ここで生まれているんだと思います。
Okay, so that kind of confirms. Well, it doesn't confirm, but I guess Fuha also came to that conclusion after seeing the paint. Would they have been like maybe repaired here? Or recreated?
僕たちは禁足地で生まれた。確かに箱舟は唯一洪水の影響を受けない場所だ。当然僕たちをリセットできる。
I guess repaired would be the word.
しかし不可。その推測を証明できるような。
インディオさん、もちろんあります。それはあなたたちのお姉さん、こちらの大人のビタさんと関係しています。
へえ、また僕なの？
ええ、あなたは自発的に情報を共有
Yeah, I
しませんか
gather.
ら。これを見てください。
Fuha led everyone to the table and showed them the unusual
この
screen.
ディスプレイ何かが違う。私が箱舟を操縦してた時のものとは違って仕様が変えられてる。
ええ、グレーシュが眠った後、誰かがここのシステムを変え、新たな機能に適応するようにしたのだと思います。そしてそんなことをした人ですが、
Following Fuha's finger, everyone looked at the small peacock green feather-shaped logo under the screen. Ah, the Zovita.
これはあなたのマークですよね、ビタさん。
おや、バレちゃったみたいだね。
というより、これはあなたがわざと残した印です。それと、この部
Whoa.
屋は定期的に掃除されているから、1000年の時を経ても綺麗なんですね。
Oh, hello. Hello. Just want to ask, how much child support does Vito owe Grisel? From the looks of it, perhaps yes. Although I don't fully understand the full relationship between these two, but it certainly is look like Grisel has to be somehow involved in their creation, considering the paints over here and this being her room and the little Vita's remembering this space. So very interesting. But I'm going to assume a lot, and also Big Vita seems very hecking absent a lot of the time. And very kind of emotionally distant at times, so she definitely, like I'm just saying, she definitely gives neglectful parent energy. I'm just saying. Once you finish, I can try to explain from the best of my knowledge. Real. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Xavier. Very glad to have you.
自分の作業場が埃だらけになるなんて。
Ah, yes, so you
望まない
admit
だろ
it.
あなたはグレーシュの部屋にある絵本を読んだんですよね。私たちの文明にしかない物語は あなたにとって知識の範疇外であるはずです。
リセットを待っている間は暇だからね。何かをして時間つぶしをする必要があるんだ。
あなたが最初からグレーシュのことをよく知っていたのは、それが理由なんですよね。
人の寝室を借りているんだから、持ち主のことくらい把握しておかないと白状す
Are
る
you
だろ。
sure it isn't rude to use the bedroom without permission in the first place, girl? Like
それに、これまでと同じように、あなたは情報を教えてくれませんが、隠すつもりもありません。むしろ気づいてほしいと思ってますよね。それなら、どうして最初から直接話さないんですか？
名探偵フカとちょっとしたお遊びがしたかっただけだよ。
Nah, I don't buy it.
何？ダメなの？
性格が悪くてわざと傍観しているのか、それとも何かの制限を受けて口にできないのか。今のところは答えが得られそうにない。
I'm gonna put my stock into it probably being more the second half.
はいはい。お遊びの目的は言えないけど、その通りだよ。古いループが終わり、新たなループが始まるたび、小さいビタたちはここで呼び起こされてきた。そしてその度に、かわいそうな僕は洪水の廃墟からみんなを拾い、きれいにして記憶を呼び戻してあげたんだ。
So they do get repaired here, I see. But that kind of means that they potentially could have just been repaired without replacing the memories, right? So I guess part of the way to make sure things went smoothly every time was to just they weren't allowed to, remember? If this weren't magical anime girls, this could have been a cosmic horror situation. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it can kind of be both.
この仕事は大変だったよ。僕がいなかったら、みんなはずっと水に浸かったままなんだから。
There's plenty hecking the horrifying things that happened in Honkai, honestly.
ビタ姉さん。ということは、僕たちにルールを植え付け、ポロスに連れ戻したのも、ビタ姉さんだったのか？
That feel when the cute anime girls go through unimaginable struggle and trauma. But like, that's kind of my thing though. I like it.
自立は特にお利口だったよ。いつも僕の指示を一番早く理解してくれたよね。あ、もちろん運者もいい子だったよ。はぐれそうになった疑心を君がとどめてくれたこともあったんだ。
みんなが話してた創造神がビタお姉ちゃんにそうしろって命令したの？
僕たちはみんなあの方の実験品だから。
So you're included in that too, Vita? Vita shrugged and chuckled bitterly, then softly glanced at Fuhua.
だから箱舟は小さいビタたちが最初に生まれた場所。でもそれは創造神の弱点とは関係ないかもしれないよ。だってあの方が自ら些細な処理をすることはないから、いつも僕が代わりにしてたんだ。それに赤ん坊のように小さいビタたちは自分が生まれた時の記憶を持っていない。僕が話しても何の実感もないだろうね。違う。確かにビタ姉さんの話を聞いても僕たちは
But they still remember other things.
既視感を覚えているということは潜在意識で何かを察しているんじゃないかな。
確かに。じゃあその騎士感を意識しながらもう一度箱舟を探索しない？
Like that does definitely count for something. Also, I like the little pose of just like holding the ring around the eye. That's fun.
でも
ええ、それはいい案ですね。それではお願いします。この件はあなたたちが頼りです。ですが、あまり離れすぎないように。敵に遭遇した場合は無理せず私たちに報告してください。
もちろんだよ。絶対に任務をクリアするんだ。
Determination. Left by Red, the Vitas left the bedroom and went to explore the other areas of the ark. Meanwhile, Mini Vitas equals vitamins. Ah, yes, the vitamins. Does that mean you get good nutrients from them? You just oh god.
さて、これで話せますよね、ピタさん。
ちょっと昭和の女みたいに言わないで。はいはい、もうからかわないよ。子供たちを引き離してくれたお礼に僕が君の疑問に答えるべきだ。
Probably not many nutrients considering how many times they've been washed. Just like the fact that they've probably had to been repaired countless hecking times after literally being drowned over and over is like, oh. Like, honestly, like, imagine, hypothetically, they literally did actually get all of their memories back all at once. That would mean they would just remember dying, like, the pain of death, like, a ton of hecking times. Just the sensation of drowning, have countless memories of that. That itself would suck really hard. Honestly, like in my opinion, drowning, it definitely seems like one of the bad ways to go to, because like that's just horrifying. Even just like not being able to breathe for like a little bit already feels horrible, let alone full-on suffocation. And especially like literally just gulping water down the wrong way is already feels so horrible. I cannot imagine the actual just like having your lungs flooded, like ooh. 1 Vita equals 1 Flintstones gummy. Yes. Oh my god, I used to have Flintstones gummies. They were kind of yummy.
当ててみよう。君が聞きたいのは色に関する問題かな。
グレッシュ、あなたから話してください。
さっき画板に残ってた色と光の柱がモリアーティを飲み込んだ時の色を比較。2つの色はどちらも混沌としてて奥深いけど、どっちかというと今のシャワーもっと純粋みたい。この数千年の間にどこかのタイミングで何か本質的なものが創造心から抜き出されたんだと思う。
That kind of makes me think about what I was talking about earlier with like comparing Sa to Aeons, possibly. Like if she's becoming purer, does that mean she's also becoming more powerful? Does that mean like her personality is getting more refined into a single purpose? I don't know. Interesting.
抜き出された色は7色だったりしますか
7色だけじゃないけど。
Or...
お姉ちゃん、どうして？
Oh wait, is Paul suggesting that all of the little Vitas and also Big Vita are parts of Sa's personality that were extracted from her, and so Sa extracting those parts of her is purer than she used to be? Is that what's being implied?
見てください。
Fuha gestured for Grisel to check the paints taken off the rack.
赤、橙、黄、緑、青、藍、紫。グレーシュが絵を描く時の習慣ではありませんよね。
It's definitely not the typical arrangements of colors you would have, no. You'd also usually have like white and black too. Sa's losing her humanity, it sounds like it.
違うよ。それに絵の具を調合するときにそうする意味もあんまりないから。
ええ、絵の具の原色は3つしかありませんから、この7色を並べるのは芸術家の癖というより。
科学者の癖だね。正確に言うと太陽系で暮らし、たまたま目に3種の錐体細胞がある科学者にしかない癖かな。僕たちにとって太陽の光はちょうど7色だからね。やはり君の目はごまかせないね、名探偵フカ。そう。
Inspired by the colors of light.
ここでインスピレーションをもらって7人の小人を作ったんだ。
Kind of scary to consider Sauce power is only a small fraction of what finality can do. Is it really? I mean, I know finality is pretty, like, absurdly powerful. Do you mean perhaps, like, the cocoon of finality, or do you mean, like... I mean, I know when it comes to, like, HSR as well, there is an Aeon that represents finality, which I'm so hecking curious about, and I'm curious what the parallels would be between that and the finality that we know of in HI3rd, but... Like... I'm still just so curious about just how everything fits together, you know? I mean, HI3 finality, Yeah, that I assume so. But Saw still seems like insanely strong. It just seems like Saw is still limited in ways by weird restrictions that I haven't fully grasped quite yet, but...
でもどうして気づいたの？あの絵の具たちは別に証拠にはならないよね。
And they tried to cocoon the finality is shortened to finality or COF. I see. Or the giant space meatball. Because sometimes Yippee ads. No! I apologize. I would smite them. But, yeah, when it comes to finality, sometimes I think of, like, the HI3rd finality, you know? But, listen, okay, for context, it has been quite a while since I did, chapters, like, what was it, like, 34 to 36, was it? Or was it 35? You know, the whole moon arc. The moon arc, it has been quite a while since I played that. And I did feel that there were some things maybe that I didn't fully grasp, so I think some of the things about finality specifically had confused me a little bit. So I definitely need to, like, refresh my knowledge there. I feel like I eventually plan on kind of, during my own time, just kind of refreshing, going through some of, like, the previous chapters and just re-internalizing all of the information, perhaps of more context that I have now. And hopefully consume it better.
何事にも始まりがある。そう思っただけです。あなたは洪水が終わるたびにあの子たちを拾うとしか言っていませんでしたが、最初はどうでしょう。あの子たちが初めて生まれた時、洪水はまだ発生していないはず。わざと当時の状況を口にしなかったのは何か事情があるんじゃないかと思ったのです。
はあ、そうだね。あの抽象的な光の柱を見ても、
Moments when they were just like
昔の姿を
us.
想像できないよね。実はあの方にも僕たち
So Saw did used to be more ordinary, I
も
see.
ちろん僕にとってもかなり前のことだけど。
Oh yeah, I guess if I were to mention one thing that kind of confused me. I know Prometheus was specifically kind of like supposedly hacked into the cocoon of finality rather in order to make it so that the Hershers would repeat. And like within a certain way, maybe to like make humanity more equipped to face them with previous knowledge, but I will admit the exact nuances of it, I did not maybe fully get the exact nuance of that whole thing, like how the cocoon of finality relates to the Hershey finality and just the authority in general, you know? Noah's Ark Flood God. This chapter is like an allusion to Noah's Ark and Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. That is quite a combination now that you put it that way. I don't know. I always feel like there's like so much of like Honkai lore where like I'm trying very hard to like understand it, and sometimes I forget things and sometimes I miss things, but I never mind trying to just like refresh or trying to learn more because I always find it so interesting. Like, and even in terms of when we get into like the harder science stuff, there are some of it goes through my head, certainly, but I always appreciate that those kinds of details are there because they add so much to me in terms of making things feel like, I don't know, I guess like authentic, more more fascinating. Because it's like there's so much about the real universe that I don't understand either. But it feels like the amount of complexity and the amount of history that goes into everything, it just makes it feel like such a cool thing to just dig into and try to piece together more and more. Did I do chapters 31 to EX to chapter 3? Yes, I did. I did do them, but it's been a bit, so there were some details that I got a bit fuzzy on. But I did do them. I did.
端的に言おう。エネルギーを集めるために創造し
Otherwise, I wouldn't be on part 1.5.
更新し続け
But yeah.
無駄な構造を捨て自身の効率を最適化していたんだ。
Self-improvement.
7人の小人はある時の最適化による副産物。その話し方はあまり客観的じゃないかも。別の目的があったのかもしれないけど、この方は僕には教えてくれないし、よくわからないんだ。
So continuously optimizing themselves.
副産物？
そしてあの方にインスピレーションを与えたのは、箱舟と君を捉えた後、創造神は君の色彩分析の能力に気づいた。君はそういう直感を頼りに物事の本質を見抜ける。それで自分も感情や道徳なんかの抽象的な概念を色のように分離させられるんじゃないかって、あの方はそう思ったんだ。もちろんその考えは前々からあったとは思うけど、君の絵の具から具体的なやり方のインス
Relinquish
ピレ
their
ーションを得たんだ。
redundant virtues.
とにかくあの方はそう
Oh.
して自身の余計な美徳を捨て、僕の出番が来た。
Wait, that's very interesting actually, because every single little Vita has, you know, their own little personality, but definitely I could see them. Because, you know, even the way they're referred to, like Harmonious Vita, like Mindful Vita, they all relate to specific qualities of people that you can definitely see as virtuous. You can definitely see them, if they were all put together, it would make like a complete set of like emotions and skills that are generally seen as good. But the fact that Sa apparently didn't really find them necessary to keep is concerning, honestly. Who had a relationship counselor between Vita and Griso? True. Couples therapy time.
創造神はあくまで機械的に自身の美徳を分離させたまでだ。あの方は色たちに権限を与え、町を管理する傀儡にしろと僕に命令した。楽園の番人のようにね。
Huh. Wait, so does this suggest that, like, Vita herself doesn't have those virtues? Because she's kind of the stuff that was left over. That could explain, like, her unusual personality. Maybe it's not that simple.
でも美徳は大事だよ。そう思わない？だからスペクトルをもとに、その権限たちを疑心、奔走、運射、自立、和光、尖閣、調和に分けて、今の可愛らしい姿を与えたんだ。
今の話をあの子たちに聞かせたくないのは心配。
はあ、別に心配なんかしていないよ。ちょっと恥ずかしいと思っただけさ。子供たちにどうやって生まれたのかを細かく説明しているみたいじゃないか。しかもグレーシュの前で。
I don't think that's quite the same, Vita.
インスピレーションはグレーシュから、見た目は僕から。そう考えると、あの子たちは僕とグレーシュの作品みたいなものじゃないか。
Okay, this is... Oh, what a lovely line, though. Okay, so this is kind of like, yes, the little Vitas, they're technically like their moms, huh? Except Grisel was not even aware of the babies. Oh gosh. Girl's confused.
これであの子たちの出自がはっきりした。社の弱点とは関係がないと、ビタさんはそう言っているけど。
Grisel, I think you should adopt them and like raise them right. You know, I don't know how good of an influence Vita has been on the little ones. But Vita insists it isn't related to Saw's
何かを見落とし
weakness.
ているような気がする。なぜでしょうか。
見えるかい？雲の上にかすかに見える巨大な何かがその手足の一つだ。近づけるように様々な方法を試してみたが、
Under the
残念なが
protection.
らあそこはこの星を凌駕した規則に覆われているようだ。
As in the protection from Saw to themselves,
空
or
を飛ぶ方法も考えてみたが、特別な権限がないせいか少しも触れられなくてね。
oh? Suddenly the words of that artist rushed back to
あ
Fuhua.
の子たちが社から分離したものなら、彼らの権限は、そう、権限です。
Authorization.
へえ、
代理人の権限と創造神の権限の一部が一致しているなら、
それなら僕たちの権限を使って創造神に対抗できる。
Interesting. At some point, the Vitas returned to the entrance of the
今
bedroom.
回は本当に創造神の弱点を見つけたかもしれないよ。
That's fun, though. The fact that
インディゴさん、
that all the little Vitas are derived from
戻ってきたん
Saw,
ですね。
but they're all heckin' gearing up to go against Saw. That's quite fun.
どの辺から盗み聞きしていたのかな。私たちはここに戻ってきたばかりだから、深お姉ちゃんの権限とかの話しか聞いてないよ。そうなんだ。よかったねグレーシュ。あの子たちは気づいていない
Oh
よ。
god.
気づかれてまずいことはないでしょう。
Fuha disregarded Vita's untimely humor and looked at the little
創
Vitas.
造神の弱点を見つけたというのはどういうことですか。
正確に言うと、見つけたではなく思いついたんです。
Brain power.
箱舟をもう一度探索したら、私たちの騎士感もどんどん強くなったの。ビタ姉さんは正しかった。
僕たちの記憶は混乱してたから、かき集めた記憶にも心当たりがなかったんだ。しかし起点が分かった以上、僕たちの記憶の空白も埋まって、過去に起きたことに実感を感じられるようになったんだ。探索中に僕たちはこの星の歴史を整理して、異なる文明の中でもがく運命について考えて。
いつも私たちのせいでポロスに創造神の天罰を
Oh,
招い
it's
ちゃ
not
った。
like y'all knew.
それは僕たちのせいじゃない。僕たちはポロスを守りたい。
Yeah.
誰よりも守りたいんだ。この使命を壊したのは僕たち自身じゃなくて創造神だ。ビタ姉さんをコントロールして偽物のルールを植え付け、破壊の鍵を僕たちに渡した。主観的な悪意はないかもしれないけど、僕たちにとってはたとえ創造神がこの世界を作ったんだとしても、
そこまで考えて僕たちは気づいたんだ。創造神が僕たちに渡した鍵が、最近の崩壊事件のように僕たちの鍵が何らかの形で創造神と直接つながっていることを意味する。
インディゴがそれを思いついたら、僕はすぐにみんなを連れてここに戻ってきた。そうしたらちょうどフカが権限の話をしてたんだ。もう少し説明をしてもらってもいいだろうか、フカ。
I feel like they deserve to know the full scope of what's going on, though.
ええ、わかりました。
Fuha left out the story of the Vitas' birth and instead shared the conclusion that they all suspected.
つまり社は自身が有している権限をみんなに直接分け与えたんです。 だからみんなが持っている権限は社と出所が同じではありますが、制限をより多く受けています。それにビタさんの話によると、社はずっと自身の余計な部分を消そうとしています。その場合、自身の代わりに細かい選別をしてくれる多数の論理判断メカニズムに頼る必要があります。
なるほど。道理で僕たちは創造神の罰を召喚できるのか。それだけじゃない。理論上はそういう論理判断に必然的に存在するボロを利用して。
それって創造神の弱点を見つけたってことだよね。僕
I
た
guess
ち
they're
の
all
権限を
things
使
the
えば
creator doesn't have anymore, so...
勢いだけじゃダメだよ。この計画は理論上確かに実行可能だけど、創造神の身体に近づく道を構築したとしても、君たちの権限だけでは全然足りない。
つまりそういう能力を持っている相手にやってもらえばいいってことだね。
フカ、それにグレーシュ、僕たち7人の代理人の権限を
Oh, heck yeah, let's
君
go
たち
be
に
the
全
route.
部譲渡するって決めたよ。それは僕たち全員が話し合って出した結論だ。ビタ集会のルールに従ったら満場一致だったよ。
代理人の権限。
でもみんなにとってそれは、私たちにとって権限はもちろん大事だよ。それにもし
町のルールに権限譲渡を許可するという項目はない。もし失敗してしまったら、しかし最もルールを大事にするリズまで同意しているんだ。
権限よりもフォロスを守ることの方が大事だって私たちは思っています。権限をフカさんたちに渡す方が
By
正しい
the way, I am
選択だって
currently also petting the kitty. Petting the kitty that is sleeping next to me because she's such a cute little baby and he's so soft. The fur is so soft. Because I literally just have his bed like on the table just next to me. And it's so convenient to just reach over and just like rub his little belly. Like whenever I want. You know? such a babu.
私たちが記憶を失って誰が敵か味方かもわからない時でも、二人は手を差し伸べてくれた。
フカさんと一緒にいた時の記憶は全て失ったけど、
That's sweet.
僕たちはこう思うんだ。
だからフカとグレーシュに代理人の権限を引き継ぐことに僕たち全員が同意したんだ。
Oh, they're all
これはポロスでは最高の栄誉だよ。
they're all such precious little beings.
実際は二人に私たちの代わりに戦ってもらうんだけどね。正面作戦の能力を持っていない僕たちはこれくらいしかできないんだ。
みんなはすでにできる範囲で最大限の努力をしてくれました。
危機が訪れる時に誰もが武器を持ってるわけじゃない。持ってるのはレンチ、試金管、ペンかもしれないけど、正しい使い道を見つけて機会が訪れた時に全力で振り回せば
Real.
自分より何倍も強い敵に勝てる可能性があるの。ふむ、確かにそうだね。
ビタさん、
さすがだね。僕の賢い弟と妹たち。実に素晴らしい視点を見つけたと思うよ。うん。その計画はいけると思う。思い切りやってみるといいよ。
I'm glad that Vita isn't stopping any of this
Kanjo.
either. This plan. Anything I haven't noticed? Well, or maybe her not doing anything to stop them is itself a bad sign. I guess there is concern to be had there. Because I am wondering, like, how duty-bound Vita is to, like, counter any threats against Saw, right? I don't know. Will this alter her attitude? After a brief moment of hesitation, Voss shook her head to clear any lingering doubts.
彼女に聞いても本当のことは教えてくれないでしょうし、それに計画にボロがあるとしても、彼女の言うように私たちは一蓮托生の間柄だ。それではこの計画をもとにして行動しましょう。具体的に話すと、社の本体に近づくことを前提にするなら、一人が道づくりに専念し、もう一人が道を切り開く必要があります。精神の力で構築された権限を使って具象的な道を作ることに関しては、グレーシュの方が私より得意でしょう。そして私は投影として転送に適していますし、ですからまずは試してみましょう。私が道を切り開きます。グレーシュはミカさんたちから権限を引き継いで、その道を作ってください。
問題ないよ。
あなたに関しては。
どうして一斉に僕を見るのかな。ごめんね。道を作ることも、その道を進んで戦うことも、どちらもできそうにないんだ。
Useless.
だって僕は居候のか弱い投影だからさ。まさかそんな僕に仮想の道を作らせたり、電波の怪物を倒させたりするつもりなのかい？
確かにここにいるあなたは投影で、本体はポロスに近づくことを禁じられています。でも
Good point,
これ
Juan.
から私たちはポロス以外の場所で
I have my
創造神と
doubts.
戦
I
います。
have my doubts.
その時、あなたは姿を現し、私たちに協力してくれますか？
おや、君がそんなに熱意を持って僕を招いてくれるとは。でもダメだね。
Yep.
本当にできないんだ。少し前につながりを切ってから僕は創造神に近づく権限を失っている。そうじゃなかったらこの子たちに手伝ってもらう必要なんてないよ。
So your connection was cut, but you still have to follow what the creator says. That kind of
それ
sucks.
に前にも言ったように、僕の本体は思いっきり罰せられて、本当に弱っているんだ。僕が前線に出たら創造神が指を動かすだけで、だから協力したくないわけじゃなくて、言ったとしても何の役にも立たないんだ。でも安心して、可愛い小人たちが全力を出しているんだ。一つ協力できることがあるんだ。代理人権限のロックの解除を手伝ってあげる。
ロックの解除です。
ああ、こんなに重要な権限な
The
んだ。
thing, the lock.
創造神はもちろんロックをかけているに決まってる。少しプログラミングをしたことがあれば誰も忘れないと思うよ。だから小人たちは権限をそのまま譲渡することができない。ピタ姉さんの言う通りだ。前に僕たちもこの件について話し合ってみたけどみんなは僕と同じことを考えてくれたんだね。だから次はみんなの権限のロックを解除しておくよ。
Oh.
グレッシュ、もう一度
An
僕と
intimate team
仲良
up.
く協力してくれないかな。
Girly phrasing.
これから小人たちに共通する精神世界に入れるように君を案内する。簡単に言うと、社があらかじめ設置した防御装置を具象化した空間だ。
I see.
そして君は強引な手段で中の守衛を処理すればいい。
理屈は分かったけど、どうして私なの？
僕は精神世界を開くだけで精一杯だから。中にいる創造神の番人と戦うことはできない。そして負荷は潜在的な戦闘能力ならより強いけど、一応は未知の要素が含まれた不完全な投影だ。僕個人の希望としても、客観的な視点から考えても、この仕事はグレーシュが一番適任なんだよ。
なるほど、分かった。じゃあ外のことはお願いするね、深お姉ちゃん。
ええ、精神領域での戦闘はグレーシュなら問題ないと思いますが、慎重に行動するように。対応できない状況に陥った場合は無理せず私に任せてください。
そうするよ。
I still feel concerned of how well this is all gonna go.
それで
At least I
ど
have
う
a
やって
plan.
私を案内するの？簡単だよ。ついてきて。
Is it really simple, Vita? Grass.
ここは
But she's back in the
どこ
hecking.
にいるの？これはどういうこと？
Girl, she has seen this site enough. She does not need to look at this more.
これって何かの罠じゃないよね。集中しよう。でも今までの夢にはこんな怪物はいなかったし、一体どういうことなの？
What do be going on?
まさか
I said Grisel, there are too many of them. What are we gonna do? God, like, Grisel has been stuck in this hacking dream for, like, so much time, and now she is put back here. Like, girl. Although, getting the feeling this is not the same, very much not the same thing, but... Wasn't it how Grisel dealt with those sudden Paradise Guard attackers that Vita's voice appeared, all cool and collected?
さすがグレーシュ。こんなに早く倒せるなんて。やっぱり僕の目は正しかったよ。ビタ、これは一体どういうことなの？
Oh, she not
話した
happy.
通りだよ。僕が君を小人たちの精神世界まで案内し、そして君がここの主演を
Does that mean she has to enter her own mental realm first, or...?
まさかこの精神世界がグレーシュの夢とあまりにも似ているから誤解しちゃったとか？
Huh.
ここが私のアトリエじゃなくて、ビタちゃんたちの精神世界だっていうことは分かりにくいことじゃないと思う。
Oh, is the explanation for them looking similar just because, they are partially inspired off of Grisel in the first place and consist of, like, the different colors? Like, I suppose I could see that being an explanation.
まあいいよ。楽園の番人がどこにいるのか教えて。時間を無駄にしてビタちゃんたちの精神に負担を与えたくないから。おや？気になっているのはそこだったんだ。そう来なくっちゃ。ちゃんと案内するよ。
She sounds excited.
外の楽園の番人とは少し違う。現実での体と精神の体っていう違いだけじゃない。
Seem to contain some...
少し混ざってる。
Ah. Oh god, are they good? Like, classic moments where, like, part of the text during a fight gets cut off. No, god, I hate every single time that happens. Like, just play the full thing! It must be, like, something in the code, right? Where, like, normally the line would fit, but then once it's translated, it doesn't fit anymore. If you remember correctly, they were made from a combination of Vita's and Grisel's DNA, which is why people joke about Vita. I probably should have been looking at the dialogue. Oops.
もしこれがシャが残した最後の保険なら、じゃあ今までのはまさかあの子たちは最初か
Yeah,
ら
from
分
the
かってた。
start.
任せて正解を授けよう。
Okay.
私もみんなの覚悟を台無しにしたくない。
Ooh. Big boom. Grisel would be cool. Okay, now I can read the chat properly. Combination of Vita and Griselina, which is why people joke about Vita owing Grisel immense amounts of child support. I mean, kind of earlier, I don't think they mentioned DNA directly, but they did mention that the little Vitas are essentially both taken traits from Grisel and Vita. Like that they were directly inspired by Grisel, and then Vita is also like involved in their creation. So, you know, I can definitely see that the jokes about them being like their kids actually. There's sometimes blank points in HP that trigger a new line of dialogue. So to kill stuff too fast and it'll skip. It happens constantly. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't specifically talking about that though. I was talking about when they will show like a paragraph during the battle dialogue, and then the paragraph is like physically too big in order to fit into whatever the box is. So it just gets cut off like at the end, even though the voice is still talking further. So it's like, it hurts me. It hurts me every time that happens. Ads, no. I am deeply sorry. Well, heck it.
終わったよ。
But yeah, I guess that is generally like an issue that can happen with a lot of games, where just skipping over the hecking triggers during weird portions. Like, it can be really easy to mess up that kind of thing, because especially due to not being able to outright predict how the player plays every single time. Oh! Oh my god! Atsby Dan paying with Basil bucks. Thank you for the heckin' for the Prime sub, Zai. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. Holy heck. You are now free from the ad hell. This is good. But yeah, I was trying to articulate that it was like the paragraph in dialogue where it doesn't fit inside the box and then it gets cut off at the end, and it's a little, I hate it. That happened. I remember that happening a lot to me during like the hecking, like you know, the Fuhua arc with like Senti, where there were like just some lines that would just get cut off at the end of like the big block of dialogue text, and I felt like bashing my head physically into the screen. It's like I don't want to miss any of the lines, please. Like damn. And I know it has to be some kind of like programming issue, because from the CN side, I assume it every single time that they write something there that it fits fine, probably, right? But then when it gets translated, that's probably where the issue comes in.
代理人権限のロックは解除され、代理人たちの脱獄が成功した。あ、解説は余計だったかな。君自身が本質を見抜ける能力を持っているし。とにかく急いで戻ろう。
Grisel not amused.
みんなが僕たちを待ってる。
It's really funny, like just seeing her with like deadpan expressions, honestly. She felt as though her consciousness was rising up from the sea. She could hear countless familiar and strange voices. Fear and trepidation, pain, desire, and an unwillingness to move on. There were quiet sobs and sighs of despair. Before she could understand, they disappeared into the sea all at once, like a television being shut off. Then her consciousness finally emerged. Reopening her eyes, Grisel found herself seated on the bed in her bedroom. The 7 Vitas encircled her, with the Vita's hollow projection at their side. Oh look, she is surrounded by the family.
グレイシュさんが目を覚ましましたよ。お疲れ様グレイシュ。順調だった？
順調だったよ。今なら代理人の権限を移せると思う。みんなもそう感じてるよね。
Grisel gazed at the Vitas. They were all wearing a similar look, a blend of childlike innocence, the gravitas befitting representatives and the unwavering resolve expected of Project Deliverance enforcers.
感じる。胸を締め付けてた何かがシュッて消えてなくなったみたいだよ。
Oh, how nice.
胸元にある鍵が軽くなったからじゃないかな。原理はよくわからないけど。
How heavy were the keys before? Seeing Voracious Vita, Reiseo felt a change within herself.
みんなもう権限の譲渡を始められるよね。
念のため少し調整したいんだ。僕たち7人は権限の状態を同期しようと思っている。権限の譲渡は初めてだから、万が一何か想定外の事故があったら大変だ。
みんなに何かダメージを与えることはないよね。もちろん。イエローちゃん、あなたはどう思う？安心して、グレーシュお姉ちゃん。この作業は安全だよ。
Oh, they all do be
譲
reassuring
渡が
her.
私たちの体に害をもたらすことはないし、失敗してもリスクはないの。うん、わかった。じゃあ準備ができたらグレーシュさんのところに行くからよろしくね。そうだ、深お姉ちゃんはどこにいるの？
Vita just like ominously standing in the corner staring at all of this.
深ならあなたたちに調整が必要なら私も自分の状態を整えてきますって言って一人で環境の方に行ったよ。状態を整える？深お姉ちゃんが
投影の状態で人為なんとかを使ってみるって
Artificial
そう聞い
elements.
たような気がする。
What's the girly planning? Sorry, I had a brief moment of, oh my god, the fuhua.
グレッシュの方はもうすぐ終わるはず。あとは私が。相手は漁師の海に居座る巨大な悪。なのに私が頼れるのは
It's okay, you
た
can
だ
do
の投
it.
影だけ。
I believe in you.
幸い、すべてが悪いというわけではない。今までこの投影は私に合わせて自身の潜在能力を引き出し続けてくれた。では今回は最初から全力を尽くしましょう。
Ooh. Fuha has never shied away from a life and death battle. Throughout her long and eventful life, fighting for one's life has been but an occasional challenge she faced. If anything, no one could know that someone like her would hesitate to confront a formidable foe before stepping onto the battlefield. It almost sounds unbelievable. However, due to her extensive experience on the battlefield, Fuha also understands that courage doesn't equate to recklessness. She's long past the days of blindly turning herself into a monster and charging into battle without a second thought. She's moved beyond that era, that period, and that chapter of her life. Her current fight isn't about some distant future. It's about protecting the tangible present that belongs to everyone. Oh, that's so... Oh. Damn. So she must... And she firmly believes she can control and harness that formidable power that's dreaded by all, even though she's just a hollow projection, for the sake of her friends and herself. Oh heck.
カルラ、
Garuda.
来なさい。
Oh my god. Oh, she is so... Oh, it didn't work? Eh? Wait, no, where'd she go? Hold on. Eh? Under the gaze of the creator, it usually took a mere second for all the previous efforts to end up fruitless. Eh? Wait. What do you mean? What do you mean? She looked so beautiful. And now she just got what? Did they just kick her out? For whosoever has, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever has not, from him shall be taken away even what he has. Oh. Said the creator. Oh, what a time to just hecking cut that off, dear lord. Well, I guess then the next thing would be this. The ringing of the clock indicated benevolence, and everything went back to the beginning. Regrets and hatred had long been forgotten. The so-called law was merely the last thing that the last Parisian could do. Oh god. Whoa. Whoa. Damn. Listen, I would like to continue, but also I have been streaming for a while. At least there's progress. Actually, 40 out of 53. I am getting closer to the end of this part. It's so many interesting things. Like, I don't know. I really have been enjoying part 1.5 quite a lot. It's just fucking cool. I feel worried for how their plan's gonna go, but I always believe in the Hua and the Grisel. Like, I really appreciate this arc giving a lot more attention to Hua and Grisel here. It's so good to see. It's just so nice. I suppose I will have to... Yes, I-chan, I've already did the Abyss. I did it earlier. I literally did it before stream. You don't have to tell me. God damn it, I-chan. Why don't you ever understand that I'm level 88 and I've been playing for a long time and I understand things? I-chan, please. I'm living on a big cliffhanger. I know, I'm sorry. I would like to, but I just know I'm gonna like crash out in a minute because I feel it. Thank you so much everyone who came to the stream. I very much appreciate it. I'm looking forward to continuing more of it. I'll see if I can squeeze in another more hunky stream this week. Other than that, I might actually do a Zenless stream again and do story there. I don't know. I might. What would be cool? I am like dreadfully behind on Zenless. Like dreadfully. I kind of like didn't play for like an entire patch, and now I come back and I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, I definitely have to get back into that. And not only that, Hacking on Forest is gonna come out soon in HSR, so I'm also gonna have to do that soon because oh god. Oh god, I am so unbelievably hyped for M4s. You have no idea. I guess with that, I will be off. Thank you everyone. May you have a lovely day/night to wherever you are, and may the stars guide you to a gentle sleep.